Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. Catch all the cricketing action and complete drama at one click of your phone.
He does that. Smack again onside, being peppered. Consecutive boundaries.
Don't miss. Download the app now. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. Sports Flashes.
Good evening and a very warm welcome to the coverage, updates and analysis of match number 42 of the Indian Premier League, where it's Royal Challengers Bangalore playing host to Kings 11 Punjab at the M. Chinnaswamy Stadium in Bangalore. I'm Karthikeya Sinha and with me is Walli Siddiqui back in Cricket Lounge. And the news coming in is that Kings 11 Punjab captain Ravichandran Ashwin has won the toss and is elected to bowl first.
Absolutely, and what a game it is going to be, because the two teams currently are in a contradictory position right now, because RCB are fresh from a win. Meanwhile, Kings 11 Punjab need to find their winning ways back. They do seem to struggle. But if you talk about the team selected for today's game, RCB, the playing 11 for RCB is going to be Partha Patel, Virat Kohli, AB de Villiers, Marcus Stoinis, Akshdeep Nath, Moeen Ali, Washington Sundar. Finally, he gets a game ahead. Washington Sundar, Tim Southee, Navdeep Saini, Umesh Yadav and Yuzvendra Chahal. And if you talk about Kings 11 Punjab, it's KL Rahul, Chris Gayle, Mayank Agarwal, David Miller, Mandeep Singh. Nicholas Pooran comes in place of Sam Curran. Ravichandran Ashwin, the captain. Hardis Villian, Murugan Ashwin, Ankit Rajput and Muhammad Shami. So that's the playing 11 for both the teams. And Umesh Yadav is still there. I'm quite surprised.
Well, I think Virat Kohli thinks very highly of Umesh Yadav. Couple of changes then for Kings 11 Punjab. Nicholas Pooran comes in while Sam Curran sits out. And the other change is that Harpreet Brar is sitting out and Ankit Rajput comes back in the playing 11. We got all of you tuning into our service on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and apart from that, you can download the app Sports Flashes, available on iOS and Android, and you can join up on the Cricket Lounge there as well. Well, we've got a couple of changes for RCB as well. Dale Steyn is out. He's out because of a niggle, a slight injury. So Tim Southee comes in and Pawan Negi is also out, and they have Washington Sundar as well. He said finally getting a game for the Royal Challengers Bangalore. It's going to be an excellent encounter, a wicket that generally helps the batsman flourish, and hopefully we will see a gale storm. We will see Mr. 360 and obviously the captain of the Indian team and the Royal Challengers Bangalore, Virat Kohli, in full flow today. It'll be interesting how Lokesh Rahul comes back to his city of Bangalore, playing against Bangalore, and performs today as well.
Absolutely, it's an important game of cricket between the two, because if you talk about the points table, and RCB, though they might be at the bottom of the table, they've won their previous two encounters, and that's quite a morale boosting for them as well, because 10 games played, 3 wins, 7 losses, 6 points in hand. Rajasthan Royals also have 6 points in hand, so they have an opportunity to go above them. In fact, they have an opportunity to go above Kolkata Knight Riders if that's the case, because even Kolkata Knight Riders have 8 points. So if RCB win the game today, they will have 8 points as well, and there is a possibility of them moving to 6th position. Meanwhile, Kings 11 Punjab are at the 5th position, so they need to make sure that they win this game as well, because it's getting quite tight over there at the top 4 race.
Absolutely, and talking about the head-to-head between the two sides, that's Royal Challengers Bangalore versus Kings 11 Punjab. Both of them have met each other on 23 occasions, and it's fairly neck-to-neck as far as the head-to-head is concerned. Kings 11 Punjab with 12 wins, while Royal Challengers Bangalore have registered 11 to their name. If people asking who won the toss, it is Ravichandran Ashwin, the captain of Kings 11 Punjab, who won the toss, and he's elected to bowl first. So Manpreet Singh, that's the answer to your question. RCB fan gentleman, that's Gerard Coutinho. Hello Gerard, how are you, buddy? Welcome back to Cricket Lounge. And as far as Chris Gayle is concerned, the universe boss, there'll be a lot of eyes on him as well. And well, this is he scored 421 runs in 9 matches already this season in the IPL, and the last time he scored as many or more runs in the first 9 matches in the season, that was back in 2013, when he scored a total of 708 runs. But on that occasion, he was playing for Royal Challengers Bangalore, so is up against RCB this time around. And if you look at the team of Kings 11 Punjab, Wally, it looks like it's RCB versus ex-RCB again.
Exactly. Chris Gale, KL Rahul, Mayank Agarwal, Mandeep Singh, even Sarfaraz, who's not playing today, these all used to play for RCB once upon a time, and I'm quite sure that Virat Kohli and co are regretting to let go of some of the players, especially Chris Gale and KL Rahul, because had they been in this current squad of RCB, then it would have done wonders for them. But nevertheless, it's an important game for RCB, and since they've got their winning momentum on, you never know, they might go on to have a really heavy winning streak, because if you look at Kolkata Knight Riders, they started off very well, but just like winning is a habit, losing becomes a habit. They lost one, then they lost the second, the third, the fourth, and now they've lost 5 games in a row. So you never know, if RCB continues to win, they might win 5 in a row like KKR.
Well,
on the contrary.
And remember that season when Mumbai Indians started off with 5 losses in a row, but then eventually ended up qualifying for the playoffs. As far as the pitch report is concerned, there are some cracks with even grass covering, and the ball will come onto the bat very nicely, and that means that it will be a belter of a wicket, a batsman's paradise for the 3-4 names we mentioned, including the likes of KL Rahul, Chris Gale, Virat Kohli, AB de Villiers. What else do you want as far as if you're a batting fan? Well, the players are striding out, the umpires are striding out before the start of this game. I'd like to remind you that it is Kings 11 Punjab who won the toss. They've elected to bowl first, so it will be Parthiv Patel and Virat Kohli striding out in the middle to open the innings for Royal Challengers Bangalore. And you can see the spring in the stride for Kings 11 Punjab as Chris Gale dances his way out into the middle. And as far as Gale and Kohli are concerned, Kohli obviously having the better as far as the runs are concerned, but Gale obviously way ahead as far as the strike rate is concerned between the two. And it was good to see before the match Mohammad Shami coming up to hug Virat Kohli, Kohli having a nice chat with all the ex-RCB players there as well. And Tenzin Sugrab, I've seen you, brother, welcome back as well.
Tenzin Sugrab is saying that he's back, so welcome avid listeners of ours. Gerald Gorino saying good evening. Geeta supporting RCB. Pooja Sharma also supporting RCB. Well, the 2 umpires have walked in, and it's Bruce Oxenford and Shamshuddin who are the current umpires of the lot. And if we talk about today's game, the 2 batsmen to open the innings, Virat Kohli and Parthiv Patel, have seemed to surprise us all, because more particularly Parthiv Patel, because they have the 4th best opening partnership in this season's IPL, and we were quite wrong in criticizing Parthiv Patel, I guess.
Well, if you look at Parthiv Patel, it looks like he doesn't have the power to go on and clear the 30-yard circle. He's got a couple of half centuries this season, got a 67 against Rajasthan Royals and a 53 against Chennai Super Kings. Apart from that, he's gotten starts, but he's not been able to convert those starts into big knock that RCB need. But today they want him to go on and play a decent innings and give good support to Virat Kohli. Yashwant Shinde, Dale Steyn is not playing today because he has a little niggle, according to Virat Kohli, and in place of him they've got Tim Saudi back in the playing 11. We've got Marwan Ali along with Rajesh Meenaji tuning in. A very, very warm welcome. Jay Sindha also with us, and he's saying archery will win today. Are you talking about the Asian Games?
I think he might be. The Asian Games got over long ago, so, and I think he's talking about the Archery World Cup, because that's also on right now. So if we talk about Virat Kohli at the moment, he is one of the 7 players to aggregate 600 runs in the IPL against Kings 11 Punjab. He scored 619 runs against Punjab at an average of 30.95 with the help of a century and 2 50s. So he hit a total number of 5 centuries in the IPL. One of them has come against Kings 11 Punjab, and I guess that was the match in which he had the stitches on his left wrist, and he was pointing to his wrist that in spite of me having the stitches, I've scored 100.
Well, that's the kind of passion that Kohli has. In the meantime, it's Ankit Rajput who will start off proceedings, and the first delivery swings straight away but driven towards extra cover. No runs on that occasion. Umar Ali, Satish Pardesi, Raj Singh, a very warm welcome to all of you. Hira Singh Nagarkoti is supporting Royal Challengers Bangalore. A couple of changes as we said for both sides. Nicholas Pooran and Ankit Rajput coming in for Kings 11 Punjab, while for Royal Challengers Bangalore. Tim Southee is in as we speak. First boundary, and that will be a cutaway through towards backward point. 4 runs for Parthiv Patel. You give him width and he will murder you with Parthiv Patel, and he does that. And wonderful timing on that occasion. First runs, first boundary on the board. Still looking for that swing, and I think he saw that swing of the first delivery, so bowled it a little wider on that occasion. Ankit Rajput, and Parthiv Patel said, "Thank you very much."
So that was a really good shot by Parthiv Patel. One of his favourite shots when it comes to batting, and he will be high on confidence because he was a player of the match in the previous game. He scored a match-winning 50 and also contributed in a match-winning run-out. Otherwise, it was Chennai Super Kings who almost ran away with the game. But currently, it's Parthiv Patel who's running the show. Another boundary, this time straight down the ground. What a shot that was.
Excellent shot that by Parthiv Patel. He's made his intentions very clear. He's not going to hang about. He's going to make full use of the power play with only 2 fielders outside the 30-yard circle. This time coming forward and driving one through the line between the bowler and the mid-off. A bit uppish, but through the gap for his second boundary. 8 on the board for Royal Challengers Bangalore. Hira Singh Nagarkoti, Amanpreet Kaur. The toss was won by Punjab and they've elected to bowl first. Well, we got Amarjeet Saharan supporting Punjab as well today, while Mushtaq Ahmed says RCB along with Unnati Pandey. Mohammad Pappu says Punjab will win by 10 wickets. Well, for that they'll have to bat very, very well. Manpreet Singh says Chak de Fatte Nab de Killi. Well, clearly supporting Kings 11 Punjab. And Parup Shweta, who's tuning in from Hamburg, Germany. A very warm welcome to you. Gaurav Samal also supporting Royal Challengers Bangalore in this contest. Sachin Kumar Mehra, hello Rakesh Kumarji, how are you? Welcome back. And apart from that, we got YouTube Dhaka also supporting RCB, and Yashwant Sinde. I just informed you that there is no Dale Steyn today because of a niggle, and they've got Tim Southee in place. And tonight it's RCB's day, says Gerard Coutinho. Welcome back, Gerard. And Soni Hakam, Ramesh, he's with Punjab. Deepak Narang supporting Punjab as well. And we've got Pradeep Singh supporting RCB. Mahavir Mandal also supporting RCB today. Geeta Are says, come on RCB. They've made a decent start with those couple of boundaries coming in off the bat of young Parthiv Patel. I always say young Parthiv Patel. He's not young Parthiv Patel anymore. In the Hindi lounge used to call him Nande Parthiv Patel, little Parthiv Patel. Now 2 slips in position because of the swing that he's getting, and Kohli coming out forward, drive ones away through towards deep point, but the fielder from third man cuts it off. Only a couple of runs there for Virat Kohli, so he's off the mark straight away as well is Virat Kohli. The score moves up to 11 now for no loss. Still 1 delivery left in this over. We got Rakesh Meeraji, Raj Singh. Hello Raj, how are you? Sohana Afreen supporting RCB, and Ghulam Abbas saying RCB will win, and so is Sohana Afreen, by the way, supporting RCB. Azad Hussain and Satyavan Gaonkar all supporting Royal Challengers Bangalore. A very good evening and a very warm welcome to all of you to Cricket Lounge, and it's a decent start. I'd say decent. It's a good start for RCB as the final delivery worked away for a single. So 12 of the first over. It's 1 over gone, 12 for no loss.
A really good over for RCB. 12 runs coming off that first over, but you could see the plan against Virat Kohli is quite clear by Ravichandran Ashwin and co. If you look at the previous game against Chennai Super Kings, the way Deepak Chahar bowled to Virat Kohli, he was enticing him to play the cover drive, outswinging it away. He was bowling it on the fifth stump away from the off stump, and he was also bowling the away swinger, so that got the edge of Virat Kohli and eventually went inside the hands of Mahendra Singh Dhoni, and that has been an issue, a thing that needs to be looked at for Virat Kohli, because it has got him out on quite a few times. The other way which you can get the better of Virat Kohli is that I'm sure he would be predetermined that the ball will come away from him, but you just all of a sudden bowl the in-swinging delivery and wrap it in the path, and you can get him out as well, because he's a really big wicket. Because if you remember the game against the Kolkata Knight Riders, there was one opportunity that Kolkata got, and there was no first slip. It went through the first slip cordon. He missed the opportunity, no slip over there, and then he went on to score 100.
Well, we got Rishi Pandey supporting Kings 11 Punjab there, while Shailam Ansari says, I love KKR. And apart from that, Pooja Sharma, Raj Singh, Balwinder Singh from USA is also tuned in. A very warm welcome. It's Mohammad Shami now who will start proceedings, and straight away in the air.
Oh, dropped it.
Would you believe it? Virat Kohli has been dropped. It's Hardus Willian, the man at the mid-wicket, who's dropped Virat Kohli. Well.
and it's contagious as ever. The drop catches continue. It's like what an easy catch that was. I think you would have taken it 10 out of 10 times, even if it was the weakest of fielders. What an opportunity missed by Kings 11 Punjab and hardest villain. And how much will this cost the Kings 11 Punjab? Only time will tell. But Virat Kohli will be a relieved man, and whenever you drop his catch, he makes sure that he goes on to make the other players regret that decision of dropping the catch. But Virat Kohli is currently on strike, and that then he adds insult to injury by just back foot punching him towards the cover region, and that's another boundary. 16 for no loss after that.
That's what happens when you drop Virat Kohli. He'll punish you, cracks one away for a boundary through point. Mohammad Shami will be thinking, well, what more do I need to do? It was an excellent in-swinging delivery. Kohli flicked it. It was in the air, and Haris Willian made a mess of it. And the very next delivery, Kohli says, thank you very much. Cracks his first boundary, moves up to 7. The score now, 16 for no loss after 1.2 overs. We got Shailam Ansari saying Kohli will be dismissed for 20. Well, we'll have to wait and see. But he stands and delivers. What a shot that. Vintage Virat Kohli. Length delivery outside the off stump. Stands up tall, does the Indian captain, and caresses it through the offside between extra cover and mid-off. No chance for anyone to stop it. Back-to-back boundaries after a drop catch, and Virat is making Kings 11 Punjab pay here.
Well, that's just demoralizing to say the least. What an over this could have been for Mohammad Shami, getting the big wicket of Virat Kohli, his skipper on the very first delivery, but it wasn't to be because of hardest villain. It's 20 for no loss, and it's been the question of the hour. Why has the fielding been so poor this season in the IPL? Have the players now taken too casually? Have the people now has that old mentality been reinstilled in their thoughts that it's all about batting and bowling, and fielding is just another piece of the jigsaw that you just need to fill just because of the sake of it? I think if that is the case, then the fielding coaches should be questioned about what they are doing.
Absolutely, I think fielding is an integral part of the game in modern day cricket. Absolutely it is. I'm not very sure, but we've seen quite a few stunners in this IPL as well, but we've seen more catches spilt and dropped throughout the tournament. But wonderful stuff this from Virat Kohli. Now he places one away for a single and gets Parthiv Patel on strike, who got off a brilliant start as well. Shravan Shah along with Azad Hussain, Dolly Naran saying RCB please win. And we've got Ganesh Ram all supporting Kings 11 Punjab. Gopal says RCB will score about 200 and Kohli will score 128. We've got Shravan Shah from Bhutan, I believe, tuning in and supporting Royal Challengers Bangalore. Shahji Kolekar, the score is 21 for no loss after 1.4 overs. As Parthiv now works one away towards fine leg, make that 25 for no loss. That'll be another boundary. Very wristily worked there by Parthiv Patel. Let the ball come onto him, and then at the final moment works it away fine towards fine leg, and that's the third boundary of this over. Slower off cutter tried by Shami. Parthiv Patel said, well, I've seen that, I've read that, and he collects a boundary. Saroj Pradhan along with Bindu Amgain says go live Virat go, while 240 is Indrajit Maurya's prediction. That's what RCB will score, and Virat is now on fire, says Azad Hussain. Well, not just Virat, you got Parthiv Patel on fire as well, as the next one's down the leg side, and Bruce Oxenford getting his bit of exercise, stretches his arms and gives it a wide. So another run added to RCB's total. Yashvi Dubey, very warm welcome back. It's 26 for no loss after 1.5 overs, and we've got 14 runs already of this over.
12 runs coming in the previous over, 14 runs coming in this over. Things are looking quite bleak at the moment for Kings 11 Punjab, and they need to get quick wickets over here because it's a really good batting lineup. And the positive thing about RCB is that now it's not all about Virat Kohli and AB de Villiers, because Parthiv Patel is providing adequate support, and as well as Moeen Ali, who's turning out to be the trump card in the batting order. He is he hits sixes at will at the moment, and he smashed 2 brilliant 50s against the Kolkata Knight Riders in a match in which he made Kuldeep Yadav cry. I remember that match, and also the match against the Mumbai Indians where he scored a 50 of 25 deliveries. So that's good, and if they function as a unit, then RCB can really turn out to be the team to beat. But it's a bowling unit which really needs some kind of a fix, because if they do manage to win this game, then the confidence level will reach at a new level high, because it's certain if they win today, they will move out of the 8th spot.
Well, that'll be a positive. First time in the season that RCB will move out of the 8th spot. As we speak, over number 2 has come to an end. A good over that for Royal Challengers Bangalore. 15 runs coming off it. It's 27 for no loss. Ghulam Abbas says Virat Kohli is a brilliant player. Absolutely, no doubt about it. Virat Kohli, what a player, what a performer. But we've got Satish Kumar saying RCB will win today. A lot of support here for RCB. Come on, Punjab fans, let us hear you as well. It's 27 for no loss after 2. And also, let us know how many do you think RCB will score in the power play in the first 6 overs.
Absolutely, and it's Parthiv Patel who's on 12 of 6. Virat Kohli also on 12 of 6. But all the runs for Parthiv Patel have come out through boundaries, 3 boundaries, and he's on 12. Meanwhile, Virat Kohli has just struck 2 boundaries. He's on 12. So once again, good batting performance by Parthiv Patel. And if you remember the previous game against the Chennai Super Kings, Parthiv Patel was on 45 and he had 4 sixes under his belt, and he didn't even strike a single boundary. So he's turning out to be quite a fear factor for the other teams.
Well, as the IPL has gone on this season, he's become a threat as Parthiv Patel. Initially, we were all slacking him off because it'll be very difficult for him to clear the 30-yard. He doesn't have that power in the wrist or the forearms. But he's gone on to prove us wrong over the years. We got Bhupinder Chichani saying that 61 will be the score in the end of the power play. And as we speak, Parthiv now works one away, pulls it through towards the fine leg. One bounce and into the fence for 4. Boundary here again for Parthiv Patel. He's on 16 with 4 boundaries coming from his bat. The score moves up to 31 for no loss. And we got Hulash Golcha back with us today. Welcome back, Hulash. And today he's supporting Royal Challengers Bangalore. So Bhupinder thinks it will be 61 in the first 6 overs. What are your predictions? Guys, tuned in. Welcome back. Welcome. Warm welcome first of all. And now keep get those predictions firing in.
Absolutely, and that was another poor delivery by Ankit Rajput, and Parthiv Patel is really good on the back foot. What a shot that was. 31 for no loss after 2.2 overs, and he just moves out at the last second. I think there was someone who was walking past the side screen, something disturbing him, and he's not quite pleased over here. Hulash Kolcha supporting RCB. Gyanu Shah saying that good evening to Karthik sir, and he's listening to us from Malaysia, so warm welcome Gyanu Shah. Azad Hussain saying that it will be 75 for 1 after 6 overs, and Hiraz Singh Nagarkoti saying that RCB will score 60 in 6 over for the fall of 1 wicket. Well, do give your predictions. Who will be that first wicket? Will it be Virat Kohli or will it be Parthiv Patel?
Well, Andre Barry says Kings and Punjab will win this contest. 2.2 overs gone, and it's 31 for 1. Wild swing by Parthiv Patel, and that's been given as a no ball. Free hit for Royal Challengers Bangalore. Ankit Rajput, I think, overstepping the line. Ashwin not very happy with that. Hello, says Pooja Sharma. A very warm welcome, Pooja. But it's a free hit now. How much can Parthiv Patel make use of this? Mohammad Moin Ansari is back as well. Welcome, Moin. And it was a massive no ball, at least a couple of inches outside the popping crease there. And now Parthiv Patel will be hoping that he can cash in on this. He's on 16. The score is 32 at the moment for no loss. They've already given away 4 extras. Have the Kings 11 Punjab. 2.2 was gone. And now slow one way outside. Again a no ball. Again a no ball.
Unbelievable. And he's just not keen on learning over here, because if you remember the Ankit Rajput's last game against the Mumbai Indians, in the final over 18 runs were needed and he bowled a couple of no balls. One was the overstepping and the other was a waist high no ball, and once again he's bowling 2 no balls in 1 over. So another free hit for Parthiv Patel. He'll be quite disappointed that he couldn't smash the previous one for a 4, and you can just see Ravichandran Ashwin face palming himself, and these are things to be worried about for Kings 11 Punjab, because what a start for RCB. 33 in just 2 overs.
Well, if there was a face for God help me, that was right there from Ravichandran Ashwin. As now he's bowled him, but it's a free hit, will not matter. It was a full toss outside off. Parthiv went for the drive, inside edge, and he's played it on, but in the end they'll sneak a single. So that's how harsh the game of IPL and T20 cricket can be. It was a free hit. In the end he got a wicket, but that will not count. We've got Roshan Lal. Roshan, obviously we can't show you the video, there's a copyright issue with that. But we will make sure that we bring you all the updates, all the analysis, and the coverage of this contest and every other game of the Indian Premier League. Slow delivery, followed by a one at 140 km an hour, so he's mixing it up is Ankit Rajput, 121, 120, 143, 114 and 140. Those are the speeds. And we have Gyanshu Shah saying 65 for 1 in 6 overs. And Mohammad Moin Ansari says 172 is what RCB will score. And Moinuddin Mohi is also with us. And Hulas says play bold RCB. And apart from that, 80 for no loss after 6 overs is what Anuj Kumar Dheer says the score will be for Royal Challengers Bangalore, as Kohli now works one away for a single very quickly, gets off strike. He's on 13 now, is Virat Kohli. Couple of no balls already in this over. We've got 8 coming in this over from Ankit Rajput. The score has moved on to 35 for no loss. Anil Lokande says 200, while Harris says RCB will score 193 today. And from 240, Anil Lokande in a couple of seconds has come down to 200. Pranay Chintu says super shots. Yes, Pranay, they played very well so far, have RCB.
And it's been that sort of a night so far for Ravichandran Ashwin. First drop catcher for Virat Kohli in the second over, followed by 2 no balls in just 1 over by Ankit Rajput, though Parthiv Patel wasn't able to capitalize. But each and every over is turning out to be expensive for Kings 11 Punjab, and we've quite often seen the games being taken away in the initial overs, in the initial power play overs, because if they go beyond 65-70, then they have the batting armory such as Moeen Ali, AB de Villiers, AB de Villiers and Moeen Ali, who could actually power their way past 200. And if that does happen, then it will be a problem. You don't quite often chase 200 in every day.
Well, obviously it's going to be difficult, but the wicket here at the M. Chinnaswamy Stadium in Bangalore has been one that will assist the batsmen till the very end. So on a wicket like this, 200 is chaseable. Sharif Ahmed says 197 is what RCB will score. SS Creation says Kings 11 Punjab will win, and a dot ball there to end the over. So with that, it's 3 overs gone, 35 for no loss at the moment. The score for Kings 11 Punjab. At the moment, Irfan Hridoy says RCB will win. So does Gopi Krishna. And Azad Hussain says 195 plus after 20 overs is what will be the score. While Priyasi Humad says today RCB will score 220 plus. So that will mean that it'll be a massive chase for Kings 11 Punjab. While SS Creation is already saying Punjab will chase 250. And Anayat Kobir supporting Punjab here, and Pranoy Chintu says RCB scores 180. Keep those predictions coming in, guys. Absolutely love it, the passion that you have supporting your own franchises. But at the moment the score is 35 for no loss after 3 overs. Varun Vivi is supporting an RCB win today.
Well, I really wish I had the optimism level of SS Creations, because we're chasing 250. It's quite difficult, but you never know. It's 35 for no loss after 3 overs. And if you look at the last game of RCC, the previous to last, RCB versus Kolkata Knight Riders, they had scored a score of 215, and Kolkata Knight Riders just fell on 9 or 10 runs. So anything is still possible. But this time Virat Kohli is dismissed. A good delivery ball outside the off stump. He tried to go over the fielder, and a comfortable catch taken by Mandeep Singh standing at covers. The first wicket for RCB goes down, and Virat Kohli fails to capitalize on that missed opportunity. So a big wicket for Kings 11 Punjab finally.
And it's the end of Virat Kohli. Well, he's very disappointed as the Indian captain, the captain of RCB, walking off. It's 35 for 1, looking to play an expansive shot over the infield. In the end, not timing it well, and that's the end of Virat Kohli. He's gone, and 35 is the score. Today the score will be 200, says Priyasi Humad. Well, for that, others will have to bat very well now. And 1 wicket gone, says SS Creation. Yes. And Sharif Ahmed, it is Kohli gone. Azad Hussain, gone is Kohli. Oh my God, says Ghulam Abbas, who's clearly an RCB supporter here. And Pawan Kumar Rajak says RCB total will be 180 odd. We'll have to wait and see. Mukesh Dahal says RCB will lose today. But the news coming in. Varun Vivi, sorry to disappoint you. You wanted 100 from Virat, also for Ghulam Abbas. But Kohli, he's gone for 13 of just 8 deliveries. And it will be very interesting to see who now comes out to bat. Will it be AB de Villiers, the man himself? Apart from that, they've got Marcus Stoinisson, Aksdeep Nath, Moeen Ali, Washington Sundar as well in the side. They don't bat very deep, but they still have a fair bit of batting left. Oh, it's only 1 wicket down, so nothing to worry about here for Royal Challengers Bangalore and their fans. Tim Saudi can bat a bit as well. As far as the bowlers are concerned, Navdeep Saini, Umesh Yadav and Yuzvendra Chahal. Well, Umesh can use the long handle, but you can't expect him to go on and do it every game. But the news coming in is that it's AB de Villiers who's walked out to bat. Mr. 360, AB de Villiers, and it's Mohammad Shami who struck for Kings 11 Punjab, picking up that wicket. A decent and a simple catch for Mandeep at extra cover. 2 slips in place and inside edge, very close to off stump. That could have been wicket number 2, but fortune favouring AB de Villiers.
One great man walks away while the other great man replaces him on the crease, but his stay was almost short because he almost chopped it on over there. 35 for 1, and I'm quite impressed with the way Mohammad Shami is bowling over and I'm quite impressed with the way he's bowled in the past 2 months, because he's turned out to be India's standout bowler apart from Jasprit Bumrah, because Bhuvaneshwar Kumar is clearly lacking confidence. Meanwhile, it's just Bumrah and Shami who are reinsuring the faith of the Indian contingent, and that's good to see. 35 for 1, 3.2 overs have been bowled, and AB de Villiers has to stick in there along with Parthiv Patel if they want to score beyond 190.
Well, he got half century against Kings 11 Punjab, if I'm correct, 59 when the sides last met. He's already got 4 half centuries this IPL season as AB de Villiers, and still people are saying it's not been one of his best IPLs. Clearly, the bar and the standard that he set, people expect him to go out and get 100 or a 50 or a 70, 80 every game. But that's not possible in the game of cricket. As Superman as AB de Villiers is, well, it will be once again important now that AB de Villiers sticks around, bats for a while. He's yet to open his account. He is his phase 2 deliveries, 35 for no loss, a wideish first slip and a gully in position as AB pulls one away for a single. Opens his account, does de Villiers. Now start the AB card. It says Azad Hussain, PUBG Gaber tuning in saying super bro, thank you very much. Tell Hardus William bowling, respect girl. Tell about Hardus Williams bowling. I'm not very sure if he's one to be mentioned. He's not that great, but if he can deliver a wicket or 2, he's already dropped a catch, although he will be feeling relieved because Kohli did not contribute more than that. And Pawan Negi is not playing. Hira Singh Nagarkoti, he has been replaced by Washington Sundar in the playing 11. We got Advocate Didi Sarkar tuning in again as well. Very good evening, sir. How are you? We are very well, and he's supporting RCB today. And Chun Gurung also tuning in. We'll get back to his comment as the outside edge goes away towards third man, and only a single with Marcus Stoinis there doing the fielding. So 37 for the loss of 1 wicket, and we got Chun Gurung who's tuning in from Sharjah, saying we're doing a fantastic job. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you for the love. And we got Chat Talab Chatra along with Krishna Kumar also tuning in. Vikrant Datta wants Kings 11 Punjab win today. And apart from that, the score now is 37 for the loss of 1 wicket.
And currently it's 37 for 1, 3.5 overs have been bowled, but Mohammad Shami just conceding the 2 runs in this over. What an over this has been, and another good delivery this time, inside edge onto the bats for AB de Villiers, but manages to sneak the single. 38 for 1, de Villiers moves on to 2. Parthiv Patel on the other end is looking solid as ever. He's on 18. And if you talk about AB de Villiers' performance against the Kings 11 Punjab, he has a batting average of 46 against KXIP, has scored 598 runs against Punjab, make that 600 because he's taken 2 runs now in 18 IPL innings with the help of 6 50s. De Villiers has scored 4 50s in the last 6 IPL against them, so it's quite crucial that Kings 11 Punjab get his wicket as quick as possible, otherwise it will be curtains for them.
Absolutely, and they need this man to fire, and they need others to bat around him. That's AB de Villiers will be the main man. Junjhar Singh, India is supporting RCB, so is Varun Vivi. Pawan Kumar Rajak says good work. Thank you, Pawan, thank you so much. And Dilip Moria along with Alok Raj. Thank you very much, Alok, for the flowers. Absolutely love it, guys. 4 overs gone. It's 38 for the loss of 1 wicket with AB de Villiers on 2, Parthiv Patel on 18, as AB de Villiers still searches for his first boundary. Mr. 360 will be hoping, as far as the RCB fans are concerned, that he can go on and get a big innings today. As I said, 59 not out is what he scored against RCB the last time these two sides met. He's already got 4 half centuries in this edition of the Indian Premier League, and that game was at the IS Bindra Stadium in Mohali, at the PCA Stadium, which is a big stadium. So here it will be. I think if he sticks around, AB de Villiers show, hopefully, as now AB pulls one away, beats third, the man at mid-wicket. That will be his first boundary, runs away through the practice pitches and into the boundary ropes. 4 runs here for AB de Villiers, his first boundary. The score moves up to 42 for the loss of 1 wicket. We got Mohammad Miraz Alam was asking how are we. We're very well, enjoying what seems like the start of the AB de Villiers show. And Vikram Datta, thank you so much for your comment, brother. And Shah Nawaz Ansari is also there, and Ayaz Ahmed from Patna supporting Kings 11 Punjab today. And respect girls, that's the handle. Is asking about Adam Milner, who is the ex RCB player. As we speak, a comedy of errors there, but the ball will still not get to the fence. Excellent recovery there. One slides to the left, the other slides to the right. The ball still finds a gap between the two and goes away towards the deep extra cover region.
And Ravichandran Ashwin persisting with Ankit Rajput, and he's just bowling wayward line and length over there, because of which AB de Villiers is making the most of it. The previous one was a short delivery, he pulled it to perfection. The next delivery was outside the off stump, another short one, back foot punches it through the covers. So not a good night for Ankit Rajput so far. He's bowled 2.3 overs and has conceded 26, and if you look at the current run rate for RCB, it's over 10 right now. And Partha Patel, he's on 18 of 14 deliveries. He'll be the one to face the striker, while AB de Villiers is on 9 of just 7 deliveries. One VV thinks that RCB will score 180 today. Khan Vines supporting RCB as well. Respect girls saying that tell about Ashton Turner this IPL form. Well, the number of emoticons that you've made, respect Giri, and that's the number of times he's got out on a duck in his last 5 games.
5 games, 5 zeros. But as we speak, there's no zero coming in. It's a 6 for Parthiv Patel over the bowler's head into the side screen. Ankit Rajput here being taken to the cleaner, slower off cutter. Parthiv Patel read that and says, take that over the bowler's head, and 50 up on the board for Royal Challengers Bangalore. It's 51 now, a 77-meter long 6, and that's what we were saying. It's not the biggest ground, M. Chinnaswamy Stadium, and well, the moment you get it in the middle of the bat, the ball flies here at the M. Chinnaswamy Stadium in Bangalore. 24 for Parthiv Patel. Ankit Rajput has given away 32 runs in the 2.4 over. He's bowled 13 runs in this over. Kalibana Bastawa supporting RCB along with Raj Sekhar R and Aryan Kumar also supporting RCB. Andre Barry says, with Gale in the team, no run is big enough for Kings 11 Punjab. Well, if Gale gets going, then certainly it will be difficult. And Hulash Golcha is asking today, we will see ABD show. I'm hoping we do, because what a player he is, Hulash. AB de Villiers. And we got apart from Naushad Khan supporting Punjab, and Khan Vine says very nice coverage. Thank you so much, Khan, love it. While we got S Zubair saying Jai Ho Punjab, and Prakash BC saying 145 will be the score. Vikrant Datta is from Saudi Arabia, and he's enjoying our commentary. Keshu Tibili Sina is from Nepal and supporting RCB, while Mohammad Ayaz Ahmed is thanking us for the coverage. No problem at all, Mr. Ayaz Ahmed. It's our passion. It is our job to do it, and hope you're enjoying the coverage. Varun says 180 will be the score. As we speak, over number 5 has come to an end with a single, and that means that the score has moved up to 52 for the loss of 1 wicket after 5 overs.
And there's one quote saying that apart from that 100 from Virat Kohli, he hasn't done much as an opener. He's a natural number 3 batsman and should bat at that position. Well, to the person who has quoted that, I asked then I asked you, Karthik, then who would you see open the innings apart from Parthiv Patel and Virat Kohli?
Can I just tell you the 400s that Virat Kohli got last season?
As an opener.
He got them as an opener, so I'm not very sure what you're talking about. Yes, in a one-day format, I'd love to see Virat at number 3, but as we speak, Parthiv Patel continues the carnage. This time slaps one over mid-off, one bounce and into the fence for 4. Beautiful shot that from Parthiv Patel, on the up, on the rise, over the infield and right off the middle of the bat.
What a shot that was by Parthiv Patel, and he is definitely high on confidence. He's just playing with a V. He's just playing along the ground. He's playing down the ground. In fact, what a shot that was over the cover fielder. Moeen Ali is quite impressed with that, and the good thing is that in spite of Virat Kohli not clicking on a consistent basis for RCB, Parthiv Patel has looked far impressive. But another good shot. This time it was a poor delivery, begging to be punished. It was a full toss bowled by Mohammad Shami, and Parthiv Patel does the rest by guiding it over the point fielder, and that's another boundary under his belt.
Wonderful shot that. This time slightly shortish, but very cleverly played by Parthiv Patel. Just opens the face of the bat, uses Mohammad Shami's pace to his advantage, arches his body backwards, the weight of the body on the back foot, on the left leg, and then just gets the elevation of the angled face. So 2 balls, both of them smoked away for boundaries by Parthiv Patel, as the score moves up to 60 now for the loss of 1 wicket. A rare dot delivery that coming in for Kings 11 Punjab. Respect Girl is asking, tell about the new plan of BCCI of sending some players to county cricket to prepare for next year's Test Championship. Well, to be honest, that's next year. Let's just focus on the World Cup, because that is the biggest international tournament of 2019, and we will want Kohli to fire there and guide India along with the other 15 as well to go on and get that cup back where it belongs, back to India, as Parthiv Patel smokes another one. 3rd boundary of the over, this time over covers. This little boy is on fire.
And though Mohammad Shami may go back to the Indian team with a bit of banter, saying to Virat Kohli that I had got your wicket on 2 separate occasions in the same match had it not been for that drop catch, Parthiv Patel might say that I smashed you for 3 boundaries in 1 over with utmost conviction. What a shot that was. Over covers once more, and this man is in really good form. And how important is his role in the RCB team over here? We were talking about RCB being too dependent on Virat Kohli and AB de Villiers, but Moeen Ali stepped up, and now even Parthiv Patel is stepping up in the recent performances, and that's a good sight to see for RCB fans, because they believe that they might be able to do something special over here.
Well, if the things continue this way, oh! Before I speak, he's launched one into the crowd as little Parthiv Patel. Would you believe it? He smacked Shami for a 6 as Parthiv Patel is racing over to 43 of just 22 deliveries. 6 number 520 in the season, gets down on one knee and log sweeps Mohammad Shami for a 6. Would you believe it? Parthiv Patel has smashed Shami for a 6.
And this one was a slightly slower, bowled at a much slower pace by Mohammad Shami, but you know the batsman is in really good form when he anticipates what kind of a ball is going to be delivered by the bowler over here, and he anticipated with utmost perfection, slashes it across the mid-wicket boundary for a big 6. It's 70 for 1, and the final ball of the power play is about to be bowled. No runs, so 18 runs coming from this over. Another expensive one for Kings 11 Punjab.
My word, what an over. 3 boundaries and a 6, while we got Junjar Singh Inda with quite a few comments in a language which I don't understand. And English or Hindi, I can understand that, but you're also saying Kohli is not a good batsman, while Varun says Kohli is the best. Well, we got to wait and see. Kalibana Vatsawa says Kohli is the best. So clearly, Kohli certainly is the best. And someone's taking the mickey here. Hira Singh Nagarkoti says Pawan Negi should come at number 3 position. I'm not sure. I'm very sure this is your sarcasm at its best. And Hardik Patel.
Parthiv Patel.
Parthiv.
I think it's a fusion of Hardik Pandya and Parthiv, because
Patel.
that's the way he's hitting right now.
Well, he is. He's possibly got that power from Hardik as Parthiv, and he's on song. Khanvine says Parthiv Patel is on fire, and Ulash Golcha says ABD is Mr. 360. Absolutely he is. And apart from that, we have Ghulam Ahmed saying a good run rate. Well, not just good, it's excellent for Royal Challengers Bangalore. We've got Nadeem Akhtar from Mauritius, Africa tuning in, and he's enjoying the coverage. Thank you so much, Mr. Kadri. I absolutely love it when you guys enjoy the coverage, because that's what we are here for. Mr. Bashal asked us, have we had dinner? No chance. We'll only have dinner once the game is over, once the coverage is over. As we speak now, we've got a change in bowling. 6 overs gone. The power play is over. It's 70 for the loss of 1 wicket, and it's Murugan Ashwin who's now being brought into the attack. As far as the highest power play scores in this year's IPL is concerned, this is the second highest. That is 70 for 1 RCB against Kings and Punjab. The highest being 72 for no loss. And that was between Sunrisers Hyderabad, and they took Kolkata Knight Riders right to the cleaners in that contest. Single of the first delivery for AB de Villiers. De Villiers now moves up to 10 of 8 deliveries, and Parthiv Patel, will he stop or will he continue to go on and hit the spinners? Leading edge in the air and gone. That's the end of Parthiv Patel. Murugan Ashwin strikes off the very first over that he bowls. Parthiv Patel can't believe it. He just stood there, failed to read the googly. The ball took the leading edge as he wanted to turn it away towards mid-wicket. Ball ballooned up in the air. An extra cover fielder making no mistake. Once again, the leg spinners are proving very difficult to read this IPL.
I guess that's what happens when a change of bowling is introduced, because he was getting it onto the bat with the extreme pace. He was timing it with utmost perfection, but as soon as a slower bowler comes in, the batsman will have to read the game. And unfortunately for Parthiv Patel, he tried to guide it towards the mid-wicket region, wasn't able to got the top edge and got the wicket of his by Murugan Ashwin for 43. What an innings it was regardless, and it's 71 for 2. The first strategic timeout has been taken.
Right, the first strategic timeout has been taken. It's 71 for 2. AB de Villiers still out there unbeaten on 10. It's time for us to take a quick break as well and have a sip of water. We will be back very shortly as soon as action resumes at the M. Chinnaswamy Stadium in Bangalore. You guys stay tuned to Cricket Lounge on Sports Flashes.
One station filled with full football fever.
Thinks about the shot, will go for it, and will plant an absolute cracker into the corner to put the icing on what is a very sweet tasting cake for Manchester City.
And you are just one click away.
Sergio Aguero. Oh, that's vicious! Unstoppable!
Download Sports Flashes app or visit www.sportsflashes.com. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. Sports Flashes. This is Sports Flashes live. Sports Flashes. It's time for Indian T20 Showdown. Stay tuned to Sports Flashes. You are listening to Sports Flashes live.
Dhoni finishes off in style. A magnificent strike into the crowd. India lift the World Cup. Pulls it back. Here's Ronaldo for the hat-trick. And Cristiano Ronaldo does it again.
Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. You are tuned into Sports Flashes Radio.
And what a performance by the number 3 seed, Saina Nehwal, who tomorrow will contest a third All-England semi-final.
Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. Sports Flashes. This is Sports Flashes live.
The flying Finn from Helsinki is on his last lap, looking magnificently good for his 20th World Championship win.
Download Sports Flashes app or visit www.sportsflashes.com. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. Sports Flashes. You are listening to Sports Flashes live. Download Sports Flashes app or visit www.sportsflashes.com. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel.
Welcome back to Cricket Lounge. I'm Karthika Sinha. With me is Walli Siddiqui, and Moeen Ali is the new man in after the strategic timeout. And the first delivery faces, gets the edge, but that runs away for a boundary towards third man. Well, not a very good start as far as the shot is concerned, but a decent start as far as the outcome is concerned for Moeen Ali. Gets a boundary of the first delivery, 75 for 2 after 6.5 overs are the Royal Challengers Bangalore. I want to see RCB win all his left matches. Our beloved captain is supposed to be on fire this IPL as well as the coming World Cup in England. Proud to be an Indian, says Nadeem Qadri. Wonderful words there, excellent. Although Virat has failed today, hopefully he will go on and score a few runs. Rano Rajput is asking who will win. I'm sorry, I can't say that. Abdulman, ABD is out. No, he's not. ABD is still there, and Steyn must play today. While Dale Steyn is injured, Hira Singh Nagarkoti, that's why he's not in the playing 11. And they've got Team Saudi in place of Dale Steyn in the playing 11 today. Have Royal Challengers Bangalore. 7th over comes to an end. The wicket taking over there from Murugan Ashwin. 5 runs and a wicket, and it's 75 for the loss of 2 wickets. Royal Challengers Bangalore after 7 overs.
75 for 2. Decent comeback by Kings 11 Punjab. First getting the big wicket of Virat Kohli, and then getting another wicket of Parthiv Patel, and he was on song. 43 of just 24 deliveries. Against the run of play, he lost his wicket, but it's Ravichandran Ashwin now bowling to AB de Villiers, and these two batsmen now have the responsibility of posting a target way beyond 180, 190, because they are in good form. And you can see how Ravichandran Ashwin, like a true sergeant, was motivating his troops to bowl the next 13 overs with utmost perfection.
Well, absolutely, and now it is Ravichandran Ashwin who's started his spell bowling over number 8. As far as Moeen Ali is concerned, 66 of 28 against Kings 11 Punjab. In fact, against Kolkata Knight Riders, 50 of 32 against Mumbai Indians, 18 of 9 against Rajasthan Royals, and 26 of 16 against Kings 11 Punjab, 13 of 7 against Mumbai Indians. So that's what how his IPL has been. When he starts going, well, he certainly is very difficult to stop. We've got Dilawar Mukri as well tuning in. Hello, Dilawar, how are you? A slip in position, and
what a ball that was by
He's
Ashwin.
bowled him. Ravichandran Ashwin strikes, and Moeen Ali is gone for 4.
What a delivery by Ravichandran Ashwin. Moeen Ali completely deceived by the arm ball. He was coming around the wicket. Moeen Ali thought that it would go away from him, but it just slides on towards the middle stump. A beautiful delivery by Moeen Ali, completely fails to read it, and another big blow, and that's what one wicket does to you. You get one wicket, another one falls in quick succession.
We got Dinesh Thapa tuning in, supporting Royal Challengers Bangalore, but Dinesh is bad news for you. Moeen Ali's gone for 4. Ravichandran Ashwin strikes, and he was playing for the off-cutter. It was a delivery he should have come forward to. In the end, goes back, and the ball just skids off the surface and hits the middle stump. That's the end of Moeen Ali's knock, and Khan Vaingu says, Moeen Ali, my favourite. Well, Mr. Khan, unfortunately, he's gone today just for 4. Dale Steyn is a key bowler and always strikes, and RCB will miss him today, according to Khalid Mebin. And yes, I think he will. While Jitendra Patel says Parthiv Patel is a good all-rounder, but because of Dhoni, he's out of the team. Well, I won't call him an all-rounder, I'll call him a good keeper batsman, but obviously, if you compare him and Dhoni, I think I'll leave it to all the listeners. All of you listening in, who would you have in your team? Mahendra Singh Dhoni or Parthiv Patel?
I think the answer is quite clear over here, but
I don't want to give it away.
76 for 3 after 7.3 overs, and at one stage it looked like RCB will run away with the game and go past 190, 180 with utmost ease, but 2 wickets in 2 continuous over. The first one coming by Murugan Ashwin, and the next one coming by Ravi Ashwin in 2 consecutive overs, and that's what the strategic timeout can do. 76 for 3, and this time it's Akshdeep Nath who's coming to bat, and AB de Villiers is at the non-strikers end, and he would definitely hope for not getting involved in another run-out, because the last time against the Mumbai Indians it was a yes and no call by Akshdeep Nath and got de Villiers stranded in the middle of the crease.
I think AB will say, hang on young man, let me do the calling, and you just do the running between the wickets. Now he beats him outside the off stump. Ashwin is on fire, and certainly very difficult to pick with this ball. Now Akshdeep Nath finally opens his account. A single of the final delivery. 8 overs gone. It's 77 for the loss of 3 wickets. Akshdeep is on 1. AB de Villiers is on 11, and now there'll be a very, very crucial role that AB de Villiers sticks on. RCB will be the winner, says Dipesh Thapa. We got Tara Adhikari saying Dhoni will hit a 6. Well, he's not playing today, is Mahendra Singh Dhoni, but soon when he will play, I'm sure he will go on and fulfill your wishes. And Tara is supporting RCB today, as per the comments in our section. And Nadeem Qadri is asking us to tell us about ourselves. Well, we'll do that, sir, in a minute. We got Kailash Devasi, my best player, AB de Villiers, and AB de Villiers has to stick and bat till the final over today if RCB are to go on and get those runs. Can Liam Livingston replace Ashton Turner in the Rajasthan Royals team? Well, he can, and well, that's all up to Ajinkya Rahane and the team management. And Dilawar Mukri has reminded us something which I actually thought I'm going to start our coverage with today, but well, the excitement got better of me. Happy birthday to the legend himself, the god of cricket, Sachin Tendulkar.
What a phenomenal player he was, Sachin Tendulkar. Being a 90s kid, growing up, watching his masterful innings, his straight drives, his cover drives, his scintillating knocks against Australia, New Zealand, Pakistan. How could you forget his innings?
Him adjusting his abdomen guard and then cracking his head down. What a sight that used to be. Sachin Tendulkar.
And how could you forget that? Tony Greig saying out his name whenever he was on fire. It was the iconic duo of Tony Greig and Sachin Tendulkar playing in the field. But yes, happy birthday once again, legend. And he would want Mumbai Indians to do well and give him a birthday present this time around. But it's 79 for 3. RCB 8.2 overs have been bowled. Akshdeep Nath is on 2 after facing 4 deliveries. AB de Villiers, meanwhile, on the other end, is taking his time because he knows that once he gets on the song, then he will be able to compensate it in the overs to come. The little gamers is over here. The respect girl is here. She's asking us about Liam Livingstone. He plays for the Rajasthan Royals and he hasn't had much of a say so far. Just played one game, quite expensive in that. Hira Singh saying that Boom Boom Patel instead of Boom Boom Afridi. Mukesh Dahal saying that if AB will be out, then there is no way for RCB to go past a commendable total. Well, how much do you agree to that?
Well, I absolutely do, because after this they don't have a lot of experience or a lot of big hitting batsmen out there. So AB de Villiers will have to go on and stay there. Marcus Stoinis is one man, and then you got Washington Sundar, who's playing his first game this season, so there will be a lot of pressure on Washington, and he's also a young man. George Kandakar, brother, good evening to you as well. And as we speak, a single here for AB de Villiers. Excellent running between the wickets. And Nadeem asked us about ourselves. I am Karthik Sena. With me is Wali Siddiqui, based out of Delhi. We're bringing you this coverage. And Karthik said, how are you? I'm very well. George, how are you? And can Henrik Klaasen replace AB in RCB? Well, he can replace him, but will he deliver the goods? That's the question. Will he be as good as AB de Villiers? That's another question. We got Eagle Shadow enjoying our coverage from Nepal. Thank you very much. As now we've got Haris William, the man who dropped Virat Kohli earlier on. He's into the bowling attack. He's given away 4 singles in the first 4 deliveries, and the 5th one is a rare dot ball.
I'm sure he'll be breathing easy, Hardest Villian, because that drop catch against Virat Kohli didn't have much of a say, because he was caught out in the very next over of Mohammad Shami, and that was a really big blow for Kings 11 Punjab, and that is why he might be even more confident to bowl this over, knowing the fact that Virat Kohli is still not out there to hamper his bowling. And another wicket here for the Kings 11 Punjab. It's almost like it's an action replay, because Virat Kohli got out on cover region, Partha Patel got out on the covers region, and Akshdeep Nath as well gets out in the covers region, just pops it in the air. It was a slower delivery and a comfortable take by Mandeep Singh, was it? It might have been, and it was a really well disguised slower delivery by Hardest Villian.
Well, excellent slower delivery, very well disguised, and Akshdeep Nath went into the drive early on and then checked it short, but by the time he checked it, it was a bit too late. Ballooned in the air, and the extra cover fielder in Mandeep Singh once again, no problem at all there for him. Akshdeep is gone for 3, 81 for 4 after 9 overs, and this is a big problem for Royal Challengers Bangalore. A lot will now depend on AB de Villiers, and RCB will win and AB de Villiers will be on fire, says the little gamers. And we'll have to wait and see if AB de Villiers can do it. Jitin Patel says he's a fighting player, he will do it. And today I'm a neutral, says Tenzin Sungrab, and he just wants to watch the Gale Storm. Well, to be honest, Tenzin, if wickets continue to fall at this pace, we might not see Gale Storm, because the target won't be as big. As Ayub Khan says, AB is a one-man army. Well, he will have to perform like that today. George, I'm very well, thank you. And yes, I was away for a week, almost a week. Had some family commitments, and now I am back. I know you know what commitments I was on. You can see it on my Facebook. But yes, I am back now in Cricket Lounge, and it's wonderful to be back. Prasanna Bhushal, the score after 9 overs is 81 for the loss of 4 wickets, and Marcus Stoinis has now come out to join AB de Villiers. De Villiers is on 13, and apart from that, Partha Patel, Virat Kohli, Akshdeep Nath and Moeen Ali have all been dismissed here for Royal Challengers Bangalore. And this will be now possibly the most crucial partnership for RCB.
Well, it's a game of two halves so far, because in the earlier six innings it was RCB who were all over the Kings 11 Punjab bowlers, and this time it's Kings 11 Punjab who are all over RCB, taking 4 wickets in just 3 overs. What a unanimous change by the Kings 11 Punjab, or should I say the ex-RCB players are turning on the music under Ravichandran Ashwin's captaincy, but he has bowled quite well. What do you have to say about Ravichandran Ashwin? Because there were people saying that he's way past his prime, but he just seems to have discovered the new self of him, his new abilities, because the way he's landing the ball with different variations, I think it's quite commendable.
I think the best thing for him is the release that's coming out from Ashwin's hand. He's worked on it a lot, and I think he's a bit hurt that he's not included in the World Cup squad for the Indians, so he's also got a point to prove, and well, that's the reason possibly why. You can see the fire in his eyes, and during the break when we saw him marshalling his troops, barking out orders, you could see that reminded me of Sir Alex Ferguson talking to his United players, shouting and screaming, giving them the hair dryer.
Please don't remind us about that,
I know. So that tells you that how passionate he's about this team, and he thinks they can do well. We got Lenin Ramayan also tuning in very well, and Tenzin agreeing with me, saying it's true. As far as the AB de Villiers and the Gale Storm part is concerned, if the wickets continue to fall, well, might be in a problem of not being able to witness Gale Storm here. And Mukesh Dahal says there'll be a wicket falling in this over. Well, if this at this rate it continues, RCB will be bowled out by over number 16.
Well, absolutely, because if you look at the last 3 overs, then 3 wickets have fallen for just 13 runs. It's 84 for 4, a single taken by AB de Villiers, and that makes his job even more difficult, because now he has to stay there at the crease. He can't express himself until the 17th over, because he knows that there's not much of a batting line remaining after that. Respect girl saying that why is Hardis Willian playing instead of Andrew Tye? Is he better than Tye? Well, he has taken wickets at regular intervals, Hardis Willian. Meanwhile, Andrew Tye,
I think Hardis Willian is more of an all-rounder.
Right.
He is a better batsman than Andrew Tye, and that's probably why he's in the side. We've got Mohammad Suhail Ansari also tuning in, saying hi. While Mukesh Dahal, your prediction has fallen short. No wicket falling in this over.
Absolutely. Mohammad Sohail Ansari saying hello. Hemant Parwai supporting RCB. It's 84 for 4, and the partnership is just of 3 runs. AB de Villiers is on 15 of 14 deliveries. Marcus Stoinis is on 1 of 4 deliveries. In the previous game against Chennai Super Kings, we saw RCB defend a target of 160. Will they be able to do that? But for that, they'll have to score 80 more runs. At the moment, it's looking quite difficult. But if they do, they will have the fit, because they've done that against the mighty Chennai Super Kings, who are currently sitting on top of the table with utmost ease. So it will be a crucial game, and let's not forget that RCB's first win came against the Kings 11 Punjab.
And that took them a while, that took them a long time. I think after 6 consecutive defeats is when they finally registered their first win. And Murugan Ashwin is back into the attack, the leg spinner who picked up the wicket earlier on of Parthiv Patel, and he'll be hoping to inflict more damage. And well, please buy some match passes for me in Delhi, says Respect Girl. Well, I'm sorry, if I could get the match passes, I'd probably be in the stadium myself. But it is a difficult task. But you can go to the website and try and buy tickets. I think there is a wallet also, online wallet, that provides you with tickets. You'll have to wait. AB needs to take time, says Tajamul Shafkat. Yes, he does need to take his time. He's on 16 or 15 at the moment. And the score is 86 for 4. The run rate 8.32. And if they can manage this till the end of over number 20, they'll be fairly happy. RCB by the end of over number 20. Single there for de Villiers. The score 87 now for 4. And we've seen this as a problem for AB de Villiers. In fact, Virat Kohli as well, struggling against the Googlies, failing to pick up the leg spinners. So, something that they may want to work on.
Absolutely. And Yuzvendra Chahal might be looking at the wicket and thinking that there is something here for the spinners. But let's not forget, he will be getting the support of Washington Sundar, another quality bowler. I was quite surprised that he was being left out for majority of the games. We all hope that he might be able to do something over here. But a good delivery once again by Murugan Ashwin. Marcus Stoinis was all out of sorts. He was trying to play the pile sweep over there. He did hit the pads, but it was way outside the off stump. And Ashwin, you could say whatever you want about him, but he has proven to be a really cunning captain, and he knows how to win games for his team. Ravichandran Ashwin.
Absolutely, Ravichandran Ashwin, not just his team. I think he's done a good job for the Indian team as well. Every time he's played in the blue of India or in the Test arena as well. I remember him that one summer that when India ran through every opponent playing at home. As now a single has been picked up there by de Villiers. In fact, it's Stoinis now who moves up to 3. 4 runs of the first 5 deliveries in this over. Another tight over from Murugan Ashwin. He's just given away 9 runs in the 1.4 overs, the 5 overs that he's bowled, and he's picked up a wicket as well. 88 for the loss of 4 wickets, with AB de Villiers now on strike. A single there to end the over. So 89 for 4 after 11 overs, and I think de Villiers and Stoinis doing the right thing at the moment, just stroking the ball around and picking up easy singles and going on to build a partnership before they can launch into the attack. Tajmul Shafqat is enjoying our coverage along with Mohan Hegde. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you for the love. While we got Respect Girl asking about Harry Gurney. Well, Harry Gurney, I'll tell you, even before he made his debut in the IPL, he'd done a tremendous job playing T20 cricket in England as well, and wherever he had played, he picked up about 140 odd wickets in the 100 and 120 T20 matches he'd played in that format. So certainly a wicket taker, a future prospect for England. I'm not sure if he's involved in the England team for the World Cup, but keep an eye out for Harry Gurney. He is a fiery young lad, and he does provide you with the wickets early on. Vakil Saini supporting RCB, and Kaka Multani asking who's out. So it's the openers in Virat Kohli and Parthiv Patel, along with Akshdeep Nath and Moeen Ali. These are the 4 wickets that have fallen, and it's 90 for the loss of 4 wickets after 11.1 overs. Well, there's one place that the RCB team are not at the bottom, and that's the fair play table. But if you look at the points table, they are right at the bottom, rooted. And Enrique's replacement for Alzari Joseph. Well, Alzari Joseph broke his shoulder, dislocated his shoulder, putting in a dive. So that's the reason why he has been replaced. And Moses Enriquez is a phenomenal all-rounder. He's proven his worth playing for Australia in the Big Bash League as well. And we've got Sharda Mishra also tuning in, saying hello. Very good evening, Sharda. And AB will start batting after 12 overs, says Jitendra Patel. And well, he's already batting, but I think what you mean is AB will explode after 12 overs as he now works one away towards short third man, picks up a quick single. And again, dealing in singles are Marcus Stoinis and AB de Villiers. It's 92 for 4.
And just conceding 8 runs, Ravichandran Ashwin in 2.4 overs. He does look like a different bowler in this IPL, and I think it is quite a rarity that in this season we've seen him get smashed all over the park, because that is something which has definitely changed the dynamics for Kings 11 Punjab, because being an off spinner is quite difficult in T20 cricket. In fact, being a wrist spinner is even more difficult, but the wrist spinner eventually does get the wicket because of the back of the hand delivery, and life is not easy for an off spinner. But over here, Ravichandran Ashwin being the flag bearer of the off spinners and taking quite a lot of wickets. What a game it is turning out to be for the captain. Just 9 runs, one wicket. With that single, 10 runs in his 3 overs, 1 wicket, and the score moves on to 94 for 4. Kings 11 Punjab are completely dominating the game at the moment.
Another good over by Ravichandran Ashwin, only 5 runs off it. We've got Tara Adhikari supporting RCB. Janvi Rao is also tuned in and supporting RCB, asking the score. So Janvi, it's 94 for 4 after 12 overs, as we've got Shraddha Mishra also tuning in. Kaku Kamamia supporting RCB. JMB Arts Classes enjoying our coverage. Thank you very much. And Rakesh Podar says it'll be 105 after 15 overs. We'll have to wait and see. Sanjay Singh and Advocate Didi Sarkar also supporting Royal Challengers Bangalore in this game. And Arthur says, other than Chris Gale, who are good batsmen from each team, excluding the batsmen that have been dismissed already? So, well, we've got AB de Villiers and Marcus Stoinis at the moment playing for Royal Challengers Bangalore. They're at the crease, and then they've got the all-rounder of Washington, Sundar. Apart from that, I can't say good batsmen from both the teams, because that's all as far as this side is concerned. We'll get back to that, but in the meantime, it's Hardus Willian who will continue. Will come in and bowl over number 13, 94 for 4. As far as the Kings 11 Punjab is concerned, they've got Lokesh Rahul in there, excellent batsman. Mayank Agarwal has been in great form. AB de Villiers there as well, and then Mandeep Singh has he has to prove himself today And apart from that, they got the likes of Nicholas Pooran, the wicket-keeper, cracking batsman, but hasn't had the opportunity to go on and prove himself. The players who are not playing, Shimron Hetmeyer is one that I've wanted to see, but he's disappointed a lot with the way he's been dismissed. They've got Colin de Grandhomme in there as well. I think Colin is flown back to New Zealand to join up with the side. And then as far as the Kings 11 Punjab are concerned, they've got Karun Nair in there, a triple centurion for India in Test cricket, Sarfaraz Khan as well, and Sam Curran too is a decent bat, although he's also not involved today. So that's the answer to your question of as far as who's the good batsmen left apart from the ones being dismissed. Arthur, I hope you're satisfied. And Janvi Rao again asking the score. It is 95 for 4 after 12.2 overs. It's Haris Willian who picked up the wicket of Akshdeep Nath, bowling his second over.
A good over so far by Haris Willian, just the 2 runs coming off of it from the 2 deliveries. Marcus Stoinis, after facing 10 deliveries, is on 5. AB de Villiers is on 22 off 22, and you can see AB de Villiers' intention. He has no intention of going for the big shots. He's playing with the soft hands, and that is what exactly he's going to do, because he knows that the batting lineup after his wicket will be Washington Sundar and Umesh Yadav, and that's not quite a fairy tale. That won't be a fairy tale for RCB, because their batting lineup will collapse quite soon if that does happen. It's 96 for 4 as of now after 12.3 overs, and you never know, Washington Sundar may turn out to be a hero for RCB with the wicket tending to stick. Another short one, this time bowled by Willian, just pulls it away, and a single taken by AB de Villiers. Marcus Stoinis will now have the strike. Abhimanyu Rao saying that Ashwin is a really good bowler, and Respectgiri is over here as well. Jitendra Patel saying that Ashwin is a good bowler. Arthur is saying that who can outsmart Ashwin, also how many dot balls will Ashwin have at the end of the overs. Also very good answer and commentary. Well, thank you for that, Arthur. He has bowled quite well, and I think there are a lot more dot balls to be seen by Ravichandran Ashwin. He has one more over left, and these 2 batsmen are in no intention of going for the big shots, because they know another fall of wicket and it might be all over for RCB. 97 for 4 after 12.4 overs, and Chandan Mishra supporting RCB as well. So initially in the first 6 overs it was RCB who were dominating the game. There were 70 runs for just 1 wicket, with Partha Patel going hammer and tongs, smashed a brilliant 43, but then Murugan Ashwin came into the attacks and completely changed the dynamics of the game. And if you look at it now, it's Punjab who are now dominating the game. 97 for 4. In fact, it will be 98, or will they take 2? It's 2 runs, so it's 99 for 4 after 13 overs, and 7 more overs left for the first innings to come to an end.
Well, we've got a question coming in from Didi Sarkar that please tell me Chris Gale's total number of sixes in T20 history. Well, we'll have a statsman work on that, but I can tell you he's got 300 sixes in the IPL. And as far as the most sixes in T20 internationals is concerned, I will not be surprised if Chris Gale is there as well. The top one, obviously, Chris Gale, and the total number, he's got 103 sixes in his account to the 52 T20 internationals he's played. The second number is Martin Guptill, and then third is Brendan McCullum, followed by India's very own Rohit Sharma, who's got 89 sixes under his belt, and then again Colin Munro, the Kiwi, at number 5. So of the top 5, there are 3 New Zealanders, and as far as Chris Gale's sixes are concerned, in IPL history he's got 323 sixes in IPL. He's got 105 in T20 internationals, and this does not include the sixes he will probably hit all across the world in other T20 leagues. He's got 314 sixes in one-day internationals and 98 in the Test cricket as well, and that's Chris Gale for you.
And Karthikeya, if you just look at the funny side of things, if you look at the number of boundaries he's hit in the IPL so far, it's 360, and the sixes that he's hit is 323, just a difference of 37 shots.
I won't be surprised. I won't be surprised by the end of the next IPL he'll have more sixes than he will have more fours. As we speak now, with a single being taken, almost a chance there. 100 comes up on the board for Bangalore. It's 100 for 4, and it was Murugan Ashwin to de Villiers. He beat him in flight and turn, but the wicketkeeper failed to gather it, and they'll collect a single there. A tough one, that one. I think he got the outside edge after that attempted drive, but in the end, all's well that ends well for RCB. Now, excellent fielding there, excellent stuff. Bat covers, it was a short delivery, cut away, was possibly going for a 4, but in the end the fielder dives to his right and saves boundary there. So no runs on that occasion. Unnati Pandey supporting RCB. Chandan Mishra says RCB will score 176 today. Kuldeep Nautiyal says RCB will win today. Well, we got Sinu supporting Kings 11 Punjab. Well, a decent fight going on between the two as the boundaries now have dried up. All you can see singles and doubles, and as we speak another single here picked up by AB and Marcus Stoinis. AB de Villiers' strike rate, well, against the faster bowlers he's got a strike rate of 176, but against the spinners he's got a strike rate of 115. So that tells you that he's obviously more comfortable with the ball coming onto the bat rather than being slower through the air, gripping the surface, turning left or right. But the man, he is class, Mr. 360, and I won't be surprised if he breaks the shackles very soon. Another single here. I'll take the score to 102 for 4. Thank you, Nidhi. Thank you for the comment. We've got Bobby Gibson, Pooja Sharma also tuning in, and a very warm welcome to all of you.
Well, having a better strike rate and a better average against pace bowling has now been how the game has been perceived in the past decade or so, because that's why the batsmen like the ball coming up to the pad, and that is why the fast bowlers now stick to the slower deliveries and knucker balls so that they don't allow the batsman to time the ball with perfection. But yes, AB de Villiers, if you look at him, but the shackles have finally been broken this time by Marcus Stoinis. An over-pitch delivery by Murugan Ashwin, and he smashes one over long off. That will release some pressure from in the Chennaswamy Stadium, because it was quite nervy. The runs weren't coming, and now the score moves on to 108 for 4. And we have seen Moeen Ali, AB de Villiers, Virat Kohli and Parthiv Patel play some crucial knocks for RCB in the past games, but it's Marcus Stoinis' turn to now turn on the bases, because even he is a sensational player for the Australian team, and he played quite a crucial knocks against Team India not so long ago. So it might be his moment today, and he's moved on to 14 after that 6 of just 16 deliveries. Meanwhile, AB de Villiers is taking his time. He's on 25 of just 25 deliveries. 108 for 4 is the score. Short delivery, flicks it, and a single taken. So 14 overs, 109 for 4, and the partnership is steadily going on a high. It's 27 runs worth of partnership of 29 deliveries, and the second strategic timeout has been inducted by Brooks Oxenford.
14 overs gone. The second strategic timeout has been taken. 109 for 4 with AB on 25, and we've got Marcus Stoinis on 15 at the crease, unbeaten. It's time for us to take a quick break as well. Keep those comments coming in. After the break, we'll come and take as many as we can. We'll leave you with the news. There's 14 overs gone, 109 for 4 RCB, and it's time for us to take a quick break. As soon as the action resumes at the M. Chinnaswamy Stadium, we will be back with the coverage of this contest along with updates and analysis. Stay tuned to Cricket Lounge and Sports Flashes.
This is Sports Flashes Live. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. Sports Flashes, everything about sports. You are tuned into Sports Flashes Radio. Sports Flashes Radio. World's biggest sports radio channel. Sports Flashes, the official broadcast partner of BCCI. Sports Flashes, everything about sports. Catch all the cricketing action and complete drama at one click of your phone.
He does that. Smack again onside, being peppered. Consecutive boundaries.
Don't miss. Download the app now. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. Sports Flashes. One station filled with full football fever.
Thinks about the shot, will go for it, and will plant an absolute cracker into the corner to put the icing on what is a very sweet tasting cake for Manchester City.
And you are just one click away.
Sergio Aguero. Oh, that's vicious! Unstoppable!
Download Sports Flashes app or visit www.sportsflashes.com. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. Sports Flashes. You are listening to Sports Flashes Live. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. This is Sports Flashes Live. Sports Flashes. It's time for Indian T20 Showdown. Stay tuned to Sports Flashes. You are listening to Sports Flashes Live.
Dhoni finishes off in style. A magnificent strike into the crowd. India lift the World Cup. Pulls it back. Here's Ronaldo for the hat-trick. And Cristiano Ronaldo does it again.
Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel.
Hello everyone, and we're back on Sports Flashes. This is Wali Siddiqui, and the score is a 109 for 4. It's RCB batting for the second. Strategic timeout has come to an end, and it's Ankit Rajput to bowl his final over of the spell, and it started off quite well for RCB. Partha Patel smashed a belligerent 43 of 20 for Virat Kohli. Also got off to a really good start, but got dismissed on Mohammad Shami's over. He scored just 13 of 8 deliveries. AB de Villiers is still in there. He's on 25 of 25, but Moeen Ali and Akshdeep not disappointing as they got out for 4 and 3 respectively. It's Marcus Stoinis now batting alongside AB de Villiers. Ankit Rajput bowling his final over of the spell, and I understand why Ankit Rajput is bowling. It has been brought up right now to bowl this over, because if he does come to bowl towards the end with the kind of form AB de Villiers and Marcus Stoinis are in, they might be able to punish him. And also, knowing the fact that Rajput has gone for 33 runs, I think this might be the best time to bowl him.
Well, we got Jitendra Sharma. I believe, Jitendra, you're the same person who tuned in yesterday, and you're in from Canada. Yes, that's it. Your messages come in, and you were reading somewhere that the 6 by Stoinis was the first boundary since over 6.3. I'm not surprised, because AB de Villiers and Stoinis had been dealing in singles, and before that there were a flurry of wickets going down. Jabir Khan, how are you? We are fine as well. We got Atiq Hossain also tuning in, Kushwaha Jayashri along with Chanakya and Pure saying Sports Flashes, and you love this music. Thank you very much. I'll forward the message on to our radio team that works so hard on these promos and all the music that's been worked. And we've got Dr. Lalan Katiwada also tuning in. Very, very warm welcome. And Kushwaha Jayashri, thank you for the flowers. Thank you for the love. As we've got Bobby Gibson as well. And yes, you've confirmed that, Jitendra, that you are the same one. So you've got a good memory. Well, it's only been 24 hours, so I can't take the credit, can I? 14 overs gone, 109 for 4 at the moment, with Stoinis on strike. He's on 15 of 17 deliveries. De Villiers is on a runner ball, 25, and Ankit Rajput is the man who will bowl out his quota of 4 overs. He's bowled 3 overs so far, and 33 is what he's given away. Bobby Gibson is tuning in from Jamaica. How are you, my man? How's it going?
I'm sure he must be quite good, but coming back to this score, it's 110 for 4, and there was a slight delay over here. I think it had something to do with the sawdust on the wicket, because the bowlers were not able to run up with quite. I think they must be a little bit due as well, but Ankit Rajput was certainly having a problem over here. Meanwhile, he commences to bowl the second delivery of his final over, but that was a brilliant pull shot by AB de Villiers, and it was a poor delivery by Ankit Rajput. Another boundary for him. A 6 came in the previous over, and now a boundary coming in this over. Things now looking quite rosy at the moment for RCB. 114 for 4, and they will need plenty of more of that, because Chinnaswamy, if you score 170, 180, only then you might be able to consider yourself as a really safe side.
You have a bit of a chance, because the wicket just certainly helps, and what a shot. AB de Villiers getting into his old groove, and Bobby Gibson just confirmed he's good and he's great and God is good. I thought you'd say you're good and God is great. But well, all's well that ends well. And what is Jamaica, is asking someone whose name is written in Arabic.
Sakran.
Sakran. Well, Jamaica is one of the islands of the Caribbean islands, and that's where the universe boss Chris Gayle is from. Jamaica, and well, it's a wonderful place, the Caribbean islands. If you get a chance, go there. You will absolutely love it. And Matt Kelly and Andic Northier is what Respect Giri girl is asking about. We'll tell you about that later as AB de Villiers now launches one into the stands for a 6. That's a maximum from AB de Villiers. Certainly the de Villiers we know, he's on fire now.
And that's what he can do to you. We already informed you that he averages over 46 against Kings 11 Punjab. Loves playing against them, and he does exactly that. Played a match-winning knock of 59, not out in the previous game at Mohali, and won RCB the game, and he's doing exactly that once again. They were at a difficult spot quite a long time ago, but now these two have struck a chord or two.
Absolutely, both these foreign recruits for RCB doing a decent job. 35 of just 27 for AB de Villiers. He can very quickly turn that strike rate in his favour. Tara Adhikari, who's tuning in from Nepal, is supporting RCB. Tara Kostachar, Ramra. It's 120 for 4 at the moment for RCB. And we got Madan Chakravarti also tuning in. And he says, what do you think if RCB win the match? Well, first of all, Madan, they'll have to go on and get a big score on the board before they go on and challenge the Kings 11 Punjab and try and defend what they have on the board. But at the moment, Ankit Rajput's horrid night continues. He's given away 44 runs and he's still got 3 deliveries left in his spell. 11 runs coming in this over. Bipin Kumar David also tuning in. A very, very warm welcome to you. And now a slower one pushed away towards sweeper cover. That should only be a single. And Bipin Kumar David says, I love you, de Villiers. Well, you're not the only one. There's a lot of fans. I don't think there's anyone who doesn't like AB de Villiers.
Well, I remember a game at Nagpur when South Africa were touring India. In the first game, he scored 100 against the Indian team. He was on 98 and the entire stadium was chanting AB, AB. And even for a moment, he thought that he was actually playing in Johannesburg. But it was Nagpur, so that's the kind of fandom that AB de Villiers has. And why won't he have it? He's a phenomenal player, a treat for all of us cricket lovers. Meanwhile, a single taken by Marcus Stoinis. Score moves on to 122 for the loss of 4 wickets. And you never know, it might be Ankit Rajput to get the first 50 of the innings because none of the batsmen have done it. Maybe a bowler might be able to do it. Just one delivery left.
Well, if he gets a hit for a 4, that will be 50 up for him. We've got Krishna Paudel from Nepal, who's now in Dubai, tuning in as well. And Bipin Bhandari also tuning in. And Bobby Gibson, where is this game being played now? It's being played in Bangalore at the M. Chinnaswamy Stadium in Bangalore. And the current run rate is 8.22. And if they carry on with that, they will get to 180 plus. But that I don't think will be enough on a wicket like this. As now, excellent delivery to end his spell. Finally, a good delivery from Ankit Rajput to end his spell. A Yorker there, but de Villiers digs it out. So he's bowled his quota of 4 overs, giving away 46 runs and no wicket for him. We got Devon Love, who's saying no matter what the score RCB posts, Punjab will still chase it down. That's the kind of confidence Kings 11 Punjab fans have in their opening order of Chris Gayle and KL Rahul, along with the other batsmen to come in. Milan Behera supporting Kohli, but unfortunately Kohli couldn't do a lot today. Gone for 13, if I remember right. And Vipin Kumar David, along with Bipin Bhandari, Rajiv Kumar supporting Royal Challengers Bangalore. Sanjeet Kushwaha says, hello friends. Hi Sanjeet, how are you? With 15 overs gone, it's 122 for 4.
122 for 4 is the score, and the final 5 overs have to be bowled by Kings 11 Punjab. And if you look at the overs remaining for the bowlers, then Mohammad Shami has 1 over remaining, has conceded 35 runs, took the big wicket of Virat Kohli. Murugan Ashwin and Ravi Ashwin both have an over left, and they took 1 wicket each, and they've bowled brilliantly in a pair. Murugan Ashwin just conceding 20 runs and took the wicket of Parthiv Patel against a run of play. Meanwhile, Ravichandran Ashwin took the wicket of the dangerous Moeen Ali and has just conceded 10 runs so far. So Murugan Ashwin and Ravichandran Ashwin will finish off their quota in the 16th and 17th over. Then it will be Mohammad Shami as well. Hardest Villain has 2 overs left, so that's how Kings 11 Punjab will square off in the next 5 overs. Meanwhile, it's Murugan Ashwin bowling to Marcus Stoinis, the Australian all-rounder. A good delivery. It went away from him. He defended it, and no runs taken. Is 122 for the loss of 4 wickets.
And we got Ritik Kumar as well tuning in, along with Shraddhanand Prasad also with us, and Gajendra Singh Maheta, so we're supporting Virat Kohli and the Royal Challengers Bangalore. But straight away you could see for Ashwin in this over, that's Murugan Ashwin, you got a lot of turn there, as will be interesting how Yaswinder Chahal will be hoping to go on and get a ball going. A single there for Stoinis takes him to 18, And after a wait of a good few 6, 7, 8 overs, finally a few boundaries have come in, a couple of sixes and a 4 in the last 2.5 overs. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the score. 123 for 4 at the moment, as Hrithik Kumar is supporting RCB today. But AB de Villiers is on strike and he needs to go big for RCB to put on a big score on the board. Towards deep backward square leg, they picked up one, coming back for the second, and completes that with ease.
Well,
does AB de Villiers.
That has to be the most comfortable 2 ever, because it was Chris Gayle running behind the ball. And you know, when Chris Gayle, well, irrespective of the aura he has, irrespective of the big legend that he is, when he is on the field, he can turn out to be a little sloppy, and we don't blame him. You just look at him, he's just, I don't know, how tall is he?
He's quite tall, he's quite heavily built, and he'll just jog around. He's not going to chase the ball out. As de Villiers pulls one into the crowd. Shot delivery from Murugan Ashwin, and that's a 6. Wonderful shot there, half tracker, and that's 44 for AB de Villiers now, 131 for 4. The partnership now worth 50.
And that's what AB de Villiers can do to you. He might play the waiting game early on in the innings. He knew that the wickets have fallen. He needed to play the anchor role, and when he gets the poor deliveries as the game moves on, he will smash you for boundaries and sixes, and that's exactly what he did. Partnership worth of 50 or 40 deliveries. AB de Villiers is on 44 of 31 deliveries. Meanwhile, Marcus Stoinis is also providing a really good support from the other end. He's on 18 of 21, 132 for 4 after that single. Rohit Sansia is back with us, saying that everyone is searching for the ball. Rajput at the top of his mark, asking the umpire, Shamshuddin doesn't know where it is. Comical. What? He was looking for the bowling mark, I guess.
No, he was actually looking for the ball, which was pushed away, and now they had to get a new box and new balls in. Ashwin will be top notch with his captaincy since the power play. Yes, he has been rather brilliant, Rohit, as RCB, and big 6 overs coming in for Royal Challengers Bangalore, because if they have to go on and get a decent score on the board, well, they have to get those runs going. And very bizarre. Where did the ball go? Murugan Ashwin had given it to Oxenford, who gives it to Shamshuddin, who puts it in his pocket, and now who he knows, and hands it back. Well. You know, you can expect anything as long as Chetty Todi Shamshuddin is one of the umpires. I remember him giving a player not out, and Shami screamed and instantly gave him out.
How can you not know that there's a leather ball inside your pants?
Well, that's Shamshuddin for you. He's a world-class umpire, if I can say. And for those listening, obviously that's a little bit of sarcasm. And the first 6 was the first boundary since 6.3 overs. And yes, shows you what fall of wickets can do, says Rohit Sansia. Absolutely spot on, Rohit. Wonderful comments were here. We got Sujata Aman coming in and supporting Kings 11 Punjab as well, and Ratan Dhami along with who support RCB, and Tejarul Islam supporting Kings 11 Punjab in this contest. Respect Girl says, can Scott Kuglin replace Bravo in CSK? I highly doubt, because Bravo is doing a good job. Although he was out for a few games because of an injury, he's come back and he's a very valuable customer as far as CSK is concerned. Over number 17 has begun. It's Ravi Chandran Ashwin who's bowling this over. Will be interesting to see if AB will target him as he plays one inside out, but straight to the extra cover fielder, and a single there. So score moves up to 135 for 4, as we've got Shah Khan tuning in from Ukraine. A very warm welcome, Shah Khan. And why Dale Steyn is not playing today, ask Respect Girls, because he has a niggle. He's slightly injured. That's what Virat Kohli said during the toss, and that's the reason why he's not been included. Indrajit Singh says 200 is still what RCB can get, but from here on they'll have to go on and have the big remaining 3.5 overs if they have to get to 200. It's 137 for 4 after 16.3 overs at the moment.
Meanwhile, it's the skipper of Kings 11 Punjab, Ravi Chandran Ashwin, bowling his final over of the spell, and he has been phenomenal for them in this tournament when it comes to bowling. A bit controversial as well with that man-carrying incident, but he has been phenomenal if you bar that. It's just 14 runs conceded and also taken the big wicket of Moin Ali. And if you can look all of his 6 deliveries in every over, then it varies. The line and length is never the same, and that's That's what makes him unpredictable in this IPL, and I think that has been the formula for Ravichandran Ashwin's success. That he hasn't stuck to a particular length. He bowls a Yorker, he bowls outside off stump, he bowls it at the middle and leg, he bowls a carom delivery, and that is why Ravichandran Ashwin is being at his brilliant best as of now. 138 for 4 after 16.5 overs.
With the line and length, the pace and everything, he's adjusting. AB de Villiers goes for the big reverse sweep, doesn't make any contact. The chance of stumping there, but AB made sure that his back leg was rooted in the crease. Kishore Thakur says not a very good score, while Janak Bhattarai was asking for the score. Janak 17 overs have been bowled. It's 138 for the loss of 4 wickets. Upinder Upadhyay is back again looking for Unnati. Well, this is something that's been going on for a while. Guys, talk to each other. 17 overs gone, 138 for the loss of 4 wickets, and ABD Stoinis must build a partnership. Well, they are doing it. Hira Singh, the partnership that we're talking about, is worth 57 now. With 18 deliveries remaining, forget about the partnership. Get some big scores coming in. And Saurav Thakur says, haha, I think you got what I said.
Exactly, and it's a 138 for 4. 17 overs have been bowled, 138 for 4. And if we talk about the overs remaining, then Hardest Villian has 2 overs left, and Mohammad Shami has 1 over left. So it'll be either Hardest Villian or Shami bowling from this end, and I think it might be Shami because he has been in wicket-taking form. But if you take a look at Ravichandran Ashwin's bowling figures, just 15 runs in his 4 overs, 1 wicket, completely suffocating the 2 batsmen out there, and that has been his. That has brought out his A game in this IPL. In fact, it's Hardest Villian now coming to bowl the 18th over. First delivery bowled, just drives it towards the long on region. Does Marcus Stoinis, takes a single and gives AB de Villiers a strike, who's now just 4 runs away from yet another IPL 50. He's faced 34 deliveries. He's on 46. Score is on 139 for 4.
Well, he was on a run ball. 25 was AB de Villiers. Since then, in the next 9 deliveries, he scored 21 runs. So he can clearly go on and up the scoring rate. De Villiers will score 60 plus runs, according to Gajendra Singh Mahata. And Saurav Thakur, no problem at all, brother. That's our job, giving you updates. It's 139 for 4 with 17 deliveries remaining in this innings for RCB. All of you tuned in, let us know when the innings ends for RCB. When 20 overs come to an end, what will be the score? Get your predictors cap on as De Villiers works one away fine towards fine leg, beats the fielder. That will be a boundary, and 50 up for AB de Villiers. 50 of just 35 deliveries. His 5th IPL half century this season, and he's got 50 of 35. The score moves up to 143 for 4. And as far as his innings is concerned, 3 fours and a couple of sixes for AB de Villiers. What a player. And when people said he's gone beyond his past, he's still turning the game on its head. And now in the next 16 deliveries, he can try and go on and convert it into a big one. Oh, that's a big one. Oh my word, it's into the 3rd tier of the M. Chinnaswamy Stadium. Unfortunately, he will only get 6 for it, will AB de Villiers, but that one was right off the middle of the bat.
Mr. 363 has come to life over here. What a delivery that was, but it was dispatched with complete power over there by AB de Villiers over the long gun boundary. He didn't even move a muscle. He didn't even move his feet. He just had the bat swing. It's as if he was playing baseball over there. AB de Villiers 149 for 4. The last 2 deliveries, 10 runs have come so far. De Villiers is on 56 of just 36 deliveries. And if you talk about De Villiers' form against Kings 11 Punjab, that's now his 5th 50 in the previous 7 encounters against Kings 11 Punjab, and they just don't seem to find the solution against this lad, the Superman of cricket, Mr. 360. Call him whatever you want, ABD. He will prove out to be a genius for your team. 149 for 4, 17.3 overs have been bowled, and what a crucial knock this is turning out to be for the Red Army. Upendra is over here. Gajendra Singh Mehta thinking that AB de Villiers will score beyond 60. Well, he's almost there. Saurav Thakur is here as well, saying that it's not a dating site. Well done, Saurav Thakur. Arjun Thakur here saying that it'll be 180, RCB's final score. And Bobby Gibson is here as well. Tenzing is saying that why isn't Saurav sir in the Hindi section? Well, he's away because of
family commitments.
Right, he's because of family commitments, and he will be back soon enough, so don't worry, Tenzing. It's 150 for 4, 17.3 overs have been bowled, and the partnership is now worth 69 of 52 deliveries. De Villiers on 56 of 36, and Marcus Stoinis, the time has come for him to smash a few boundaries and sixes as well, because he's on 24 of 27 deliveries, and that will be another wide.
I absolutely love the comment from Saurav Thakur. Says it's not a dating site. Saurav, I've said this time and time again. This is not Tinder. Well, this is YouTube, and we are here for the IPL coverage. I absolutely love it, brother. 151 for 4 after 17.3 overs. 8 extras so far given away. And we got Shravanan, who thinks 190 will be the score. And Narendra Kumar, loving our coverage, says good commentary. Thank you, Narendra. It's just a chit chat. We're here as a couple of fans trying to bring you all the action from the Indian Premier League 2019. Another single here worked away by De Villiers. He moves on to 57. The exact score he got against Kings 11 Punjab last time round when these two sides met at the IS Bindra Stadium in Mohali. 3 sixes and 3 fours. He took his time, did AB de Villiers, to get going, and now he is certainly looking to explode here at the M. Chinnaswamy Stadium, and with 14 deliveries to go, you never know. If AB can face the bulk of those, he will still go on and get a big score. 152 for 4. Hardest Willian will bowl to Stoinis, who swing and a miss there from Stoinis. He's on 24, and as far as this over is concerned, he got 14 runs already off it. Couple of singles, couple of wides, a 6 and a 4. A
final delivery yet to be bowled by Hardest Willian. Has been an expensive over. 152 for the loss of 4 wickets is the score. 71 runs worth of partnership between the two batsmen of 53 deliveries, and it's been a good partnership. As they were under the pump, they had lost 4 wickets for 70 odd runs, and now these two have got RCB back into the game. Final delivery to be bowled by Hardest Willian. It is a slower delivery outside the off stump. Marcus Stoinis plays a square cut, and it'll be stopped at the very last moment by the substitute fielder. Is it Sam Curran? Yes, and 2 runs taken over here. 154 for 4. So an over worth 16 runs, and that'll hurt Kings 11 Punjab.
Well, RCB will be very happy with 16 runs off over number 18. They've got 2 overs remaining, 1 from Shami and 1 from Hardest Willian. Well, hopefully it will be these two. Otherwise, Ashwin will have to bank on someone else to go on and complete the 20 overs. I'm very sure Ashwin will go on and bowl the over number 19. Shami will bowl over 19. We'll just have to wait and see who will bowl over number 20. Nagendra Kumar says 180 plus will be the score, while Sagar Markondawar is also tuned in. A very warm welcome. And Unnati is here. Pandiji, Upadhyay, she's here. Go talk. And Prasanna Bashal, you're asking the score. 18 gone. It's 154 for the loss of 4 wickets. Upendra Upadhyay is the one I'm talking to. Yes, Unnati is back. Now you can talk
as much as you want.
Yes.
But
Rohit Sanyal, ABD has that effect. Yes, he does, Rohit. And after a while, he took his time to get going, did ABD. But once he's started, obviously, he's looks like he's in no mood to stop now. With 12 deliveries remaining, it will be very interesting as to how many will RCB get in the final 12 deliveries. It's Mohammad Shami to come in and bowl over number 19, and swing and a miss there. Will they go for a bye? Yes, they will. As the wicketkeeper failed to gather it, they'll pick up a single. AB wants a second, despite Ashwin having the ball, but that's all. 1 is what they'll have to settle for.
A good delivery ball by Mohammad Shami. It was an off cut of AB de Villiers, went for the big cut, but couldn't connect. Nicholas Spooner made an error over there, and they took this single. Now it's time for Marcus Stoinis to provide some added support to AB de Villiers, because he's been in there. He's just hit 1-6. He hasn't hit a boundary so far, has a strike rate of 89 runs, and he needs to accelerate over here in order to score beyond 180 if that is the case, because AB de Villiers is going hammer and tongs from the other end, and Marcus Stoinis needs to put in a show as well. Meanwhile, it's 155 for 4. 5 more deliveries left by Mohammad Shami, and let me tell you, it won't be as easy as it is to hit any other bowler than it is to hit Mohammad Shami, because he seems to have gotten back into the game. There was that 1 over where there was a huge lapse in concentration against Parthiv Patel. He did take him to the cleaners, but in the death overs, we've seen Mohammad Shami bringing out his best.
Well, he picked up a lot of wickets in this IPL in the death overs, bowling and mixing it up well. Short deliveries, yorkers, length deliveries. And he's got good pace as well. He mixes the length up and mixes the pace up. And again, A slower bouncer, and again Nicholas Puran fails to gather it, and again a bye picked up. So 2 byes so far at the moment, as AB says we got Dil chahta hai another 50. Well, he's got a 50 already. And Yogesh Sen also tuning in, Surinder Kumawat along with Sagar and Prasanna. Gajendra Singh Mahata says he's loving our commentary. Thank you very much. While Lucky Singh says Punjab will win today, and Surinder Kumawat says, sir, aage bhi.
156 for 4, 18.2 overs have been bowled, and Surendra Kumar, I think you wanted to say something, but you weren't able to complete your sentence.
I think he said hi, sir.
I think he must have said that, but that's a big shot. Will that go for a 6 by AB de Villiers? It might just go for a 6, and it is.
Yes.
It did have the elevation, and it did have the distance as well. It was a length delivery bowled by Mohammad Shami outside the off stump. Not the most horrible of deliveries, you would have to say, but against the brilliance of AB de Villiers, you will get smashed for a 6. It was an off-cutter, and what a shot that was by the Superman of cricket, and the score now moves on to 162 for 4. AB de Villiers single-handedly, along with some support from Marcus Stoinis, is now propelling Bangalore's score to a commendable target.
Absolutely. 164 for 162 for 4 as AB goes again. Has he got enough? Of course he has. This one's even bigger. Into the crowd she goes. Mohammad Shami can't believe it. AB de Villiers has smashed another big one here. The score moves up to 168 for the loss of 4 wickets, and AB de Villiers has got 5 sixes today. Another slow off cutter, another one that AB read, and another one launched out of the park over long off for another maximum. This one 79 meter long from AB de Villiers, right in the middle of the bat, and last over will yield 20 runs according to Narendra Kumar. We'll have to wait and see. We got Gokarna Raj Aril. Yes, Gokarna, I'm trying to get your name right. Very good evening. He says good evening to you as well. Rajiv Singh also tuned in. We got Neha also with us.
Oh, that has to be a double, and that might be another 6. In fact, it's over the roof. What a shot that is, and that has to be a no ball as well. So he might have to bowl that, and AB de Villiers getting under the nerves of Mohammad Shami. He smashed him for a couple of 6s in the previous game, and Mohali as well. He in fact smashed him for a slog sweep 6 as well. But what are we saying over here? It is not a no ball. So the good thing for Kings 11 Punjab is that he might not have to re-bowl that. But what a shot that was. That's how you hit a one-handed 6, Rishabh Pant.
Well, Rishabh Pant, you can take a lesson out of it. It was 95 meters at the roof of the M. Chinnaswamy Stadium, and Mohammad Shami is left standing there scratching his head. Whoa, says AB de Villiers himself. What a shot. And Chris Gale says it was waist high, don't give it a no ball. Mr. 360 is on fire. 3 consecutive 6s, 20 runs of this over. AB de Villiers has raced away to 75 now. The score 174 for 4. The umpires are now having a chat. I'm not very sure that
about getting the ball, because the ball is on the roof.
They'll have to get a new ball. Chetty Thodi Shamsuddin is there. He'll never know where the ball is. While we got Rajendra Sawant also tuning in. And what is your opinion for today's match, sir? Says Gokarna Rajarel. Well, so far my opinion is that AB de Villiers is on song. He's made it 3 in a row. Yes, Rohit, he has 3 6s, and Mohammad Shami doesn't know what's hit him.
Absolutely brilliant batting, belligerent batting. He's on 75 of 41 deliveries. Final delivery to be bowled. Will that be another 6? Oh, that was a length delivery. I'm sure AB de Villiers will be quite disappointed with that. He will take the single. That is the important part of it, because now he will retain the strike for the final over. It's a 175 for 4, and Mohammad Shami has gone for 54 runs in his 4-over spell. A night to forget about, though he did get the big wicket of Virat Kohli, but AB de Villiers giving a big reality check to him at the moment.
Oh, absolutely. Mohammad Shami may be on song earlier on, but AB de Villiers says, hang on, I am the king of M. Chinnaswamy Stadium. Virat might be the king of the country, but this is where I belong. And yes, ABD is the best player ever, says Gokarna Rajarel. Galaxy Prime says ABD scoring a century, and Surendra Kumawat absolutely loving it. RCB will win, says Kumar Shahi, and 195 will be the score according to Galaxy Prime. If that happens, they'll get another 20 in this over. I want it to be 200, because 25 in fact 25 in this over will get AB de Villiers' 100. He's on 75. and he's very capable of getting 25 runs off 6 deliveries.
And he'll also get RCB that 200 if he scores 25.
Absolutely, he'll get them to the 200. Oh, AB goes big. Make it another maximum. Has he got enough? Of course he has. 6 for AB de Villiers, 181 for 6. AB de Villiers, you beauty. He's turning it on here. And Unnati Pandey says AB de Villiers, RCB will win today. Iftikhar Chaudhary, who's tuned in, says hi and says Punjab will win today. And AB de Villiers is a very good player, says Gajendra Singh Mahata. Another day, another flawless performance by AB de Villiers. Don't know what forced him to announce retirement before the World Cup. Well, Rohit, even I don't know. Someone like an AB de Villiers could bat for the next 20 years, is the way he's batting right now. And now he goes for a pole. Only a single towards square leg. Will they come back for the second? No, only one.
So it'll be Marcus Stoinis to take the strike. For those of you who tuned in late, let me remind you, in the first 7 overs, in the first 6 overs, in fact, it was Partha Patel who was taking the bowlers to the cleaners and scored a total of 71 runs along with Virat Kohli and a bit of a cameo from AB de Villiers as well. And now, and in the middle period from 7 to 14, it was Kings 11 Punjab who had taken 4 wickets, had restricted as many runs as possible. But once again, in the final 6 overs, it's RCB. And now tuning in the music over here, because now Marcus Stoinis has got into the act. It was a full toss ball by Hardest Villian, and what he does is just taps it towards the square leg boundary. Another 4 for RCB, 186 for 4. At one stage it was seeming that they might score 160, but now they're quite close to 200.
And that's the way they like it at the M. Chinnaswamy Stadium. AB de Villiers, he's turning it on, and Gokarna Rajare, who generally supports Mumbai Indians, today he's supporting Royal Challengers Bangalore. And Ravichandran Ashwin, all the passion, all the smile, they certainly disappeared with, let me remind you, 4 sixes coming in the last 7-8 deliveries. So that's how they've turned the heat on. Have Royal Challengers Bangalore. Third man is in the 30-yard circle along with backward point, extra cover and mid-off. Virat Kohli looking fairly relaxed now, having a word with Ashish Nehra, the bowling coach. And we have to 100th up for the 5th wicket. Yes.
Oh, what a shot.
Now Stoinis hits another one. As it go, oh, it's again on the roof, but not on the top roof, on the second tier. Another maximum here. Well, Galaxy Prime says we need ABD on strike. Well, Marcus Stoinis says whatever ABD can do, I can do as well. Another 6 here, this time of the bat of Marcus Stoinis. Slower off cutter, clears the front leg, uses those broad shoulders, big biceps, and a maximum 81 meter long, humongous 6 from Marcus Stoinis there. The score moves up to 192 for 4. And we've got Rajiv Singh also tuning in. He's not well. Get well soon, Rajiv. You have some tummy issues, I believe, according to your comment in the chat. Get well soon. Yes, 100 up for the 5th wicket, Rohit. And what a partnership this has been. Iftikhar Chaudhary, thank you very much for your comment. Shuvendu Mandal also tuning in. And Khalid Mehman, RCB miss Dale today. Well, forget about Dale. It is ABD. And Marcus Stoinis turning it on. And another boundary here. Well, Kohli's not happy. Was that another full toss above the waist?
Oh, well, it did seem to be like a no ball, but it is questionable because it was bowled at a really quick pace. We'll just take a look at it, and no, it was going down, it was dipping. But the important thing for RCB is that another boundary on their belt, and they are on the verge of getting 25 runs on the final over, because another boundary and it'll be 200. And I'm sure Virat Kohli will take it any day with the way that they were struggling in the middle. They lost a big wicket of his. They lost his wicket. They lost Partha Patel. They lost Moeen Ali. It was Ravichandran Ashwin and Murugan Ashwin who had literally strangulated the batsmen. But sensible batting by the two in the middle overs, and finally finishing it off. Over here, Marcus Stoinis has he smashed another 6, and that's another 6. What a shot that was!
Oh, well, AB might have not got to his 100, but 200 up for RCB, 202 for 4. High fives between AB de Villiers and Marcus Stoinis, and I think Stoinis saved his best for the last. Virat enjoyed that, absolutely loved it. The RCB and Indian captain Virat Kohli, and the last 4 overs RCB scored 69 runs, and the partnership was worth 121 of just 66 deliveries. Dharmendra Bagana along with Ghulam Abbas says RCB well done. 17 of the over with 2 balls to go. Well, it's 27 of the final over, and sir, Indian time favourite in World Cup, says Iftikhar Chaudhary. Well, hopefully India will start as favourite, but we'll get back to this contest after losing the toss and being put into bat first. Royal Challengers Bangalore have scored 202 for 4 in their 20 overs, with AB de Villiers top scoring with an unbeaten 82 of 44 deliveries. Marcus Stoinis scoring 46 of 34. He also remained not out, and Parthiv Patel scored 43 of 24 deliveries. As far as the bowlers were concerned, all of them, apart from Ravichandran Ashwin and Murugan Ashwin, taken to the cleaners, a wicket each for Hardus-Willian, Ravichandran Ashwin, Murugan Ashwin and Mohammad Shami. So that's the news, that it's 202 for 4 after 20 overs. All of you who predicted 200 plus, excellent stuff, while it's still chaseable, says Khalid Menon. Well, we know it is at this venue. We've seen it done in the past, and nice work, Sergi, says Dharmendra Bagana. Thank you very much. Well, it's time for us to take a quick break. We'll have a sip of water. We need it as well because of the fireworks from AB de Villiers and Marcus Stoinis. Well, I'll leave you with the news that the target for Kings 11 Punjab is 203, and Tenzin Sugrab, we might just see the Gale Storm today if Kings 11 Punjab have to win. Well, stay tuned to Cricket Lounge and Sports Flashes. We'll be back very shortly, leaving you with the news that the target for Kings 11 Punjab is 203 to win.
You are tuned into Sports Flashes Radio.
And what a performance by the number 3 seed, Saina Nehwal, who tomorrow will contest a third All-England semi-final.
Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel.
Sports Flashes.
This is Sports Flashes Live.
Mika Häkkinen, the flying Finn from Helsinki, is on his last lap. Looking magnificently good for his 20th World Championship win.
Download Sports Flashes app or visit www.sportsflashes.com. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel.
Sports Flashes.
You are listening to Sports Flashes Live. Download Sports Flashes app or visit www.sportsflashes.com. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. This is Sports Flashes Live. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. Sports Flashes, everything about sports. You are tuned into Sports Flashes Radio. Sports Flashes Radio. World's biggest sports radio channel. Sports Flashes, the official broadcast partner of BCCI. Sports Flashes, everything about sports. Catch all the cricketing action and complete drama at one click of your phone.
He does that. Smack again onside, being peppered. Consecutive boundaries.
Don't miss. Download the app now. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel.
Sports Flashes.
One station filled with full football fever.
Thinks about the shot, will go for it, and will plant an absolute cracker into the corner to put the icing on what is a very sweet tasting cake for Manchester City.
And you are just one click away.
Sergio Aguero. Oh, that's vicious! Unstoppable!
Download Sports Flashes app or visit www.sportsflashes.com. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel.
Sports Flashes.
You are listening to Sports Flashes live. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. This is Sports Flashes live. Sports Flashes. It's time for Indian T20 Showdown. Stay tuned to Sports Flashes. You are listening to Sports Flashes live.
Dhoni finishes off in style. A magnificent strike into the crowd. India lift the World Cup. Pulls it back. Here's Ronaldo for the hat-trick. And Cristiano Ronaldo does it again.
Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. You are tuned into Sports Flashes Radio.
What a performance by the number 3 seed, Saina Nehwal, who tomorrow will contest a third All-England semi-final.
Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. Sports Flashes. This is Sports Flashes live.
The flying Finn from Helsinki is on his last lap. Looking magnificently good for his 20th World Championship win.
Download Sports Flashes app or visit www.sportsflashes.com. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. Sports Flashes. You are listening to Sports Flashes live. Download Sports Flashes app or visit www.sportsflashes.com. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. This is Sports Flashes live. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. Sports Flashes, everything about sports. You are tuned into Sports Flashes Radio. World's biggest sports radio channel. Sports Flashes, the official broadcast partner of BCCI. Sports Flashes, everything about sports. Catch all the cricketing action and complete drama at one click of your phone.
He does that. Smack again onside, being peppered. Consecutive boundaries.
Don't miss. Download the app now. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. Sports Flashes. One station filled with full football fever.
Thinks about the shot, will go for it, and will plant an absolute cracker into the corner to put the icing on what is a very sweet-tasting cake for Manchester City.
And you are just one click away.
Sergio Aguero. Oh, that's vicious! Unstoppable!
Download Sports Flashes app or visit www.sportsflashes.com. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. Sports Flashes. You are listening to Sports Flashes live. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. This is Sports Flashes Live. It's time for Indian T20 Showdown. Stay tuned to Sports Flashes. You are listening to Sports Flashes Live.
Dhoni finishes off in style. A magnificent strike into the crowd. India lift the World Cup. Pulls it back. Here's Ronaldo for the hat-trick. And Cristiano Ronaldo does it again.
Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. You are tuned into Sports Flashes Radio.
And what a performance by the number 3 seed, Saina Nehwal, who tomorrow will contest a third All-England semi-final.
Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. This is Sports Flashes Live.
The flying Finn from Helsinki is on his last lap, looking magnificently good for his 20th World Championship win.
Download Sports Flashes app or visit www.sportsflashes.com. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. You are listening to Sports Flashes Live. Download Sports Flashes app or visit www.sportsflashes.com. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. This is Sports Flashes Live. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. Sports Flashes, everything about sports. You are tuned into Sports Flashes Radio. World's biggest sports radio channel. Sports Flashes, the official broadcast partner of BCCI. Sports Flashes, everything about sports.
Welcome back to Cricket Lounge on Sports Flashes. 203 is the target for Kings 11 Punjab to win, and what an innings by the man himself, AB de Villiers. Turning on the heat when it mattered the most, he scored an unbeaten 82, while an unbeaten 46 from Marcus Stoinis as well, and 43 from Parthiv Patel helped Royal Challengers Bangalore to get to 202 for 4. That means the target is 203. Universe boss Chris Gayle, along with Bangalore's very own KL Rahul, out there to open the innings for Kings 11 Punjab. As far as this season is concerned, 399 runs for KL Rahul. And we've got Manoranjan Kumar, Asad Hussain, and along with you guys, Lajwab Khanna also tuning in, Neeta Kumari, a very warm welcome. And we have Somraj Kat also tuning in, thank you very much. While Briddhi Chandra Dhaka says it was wonderful. And play Virat, says Suresha. Well, Virat is gone, and now it will be on Chris Gayle and KL Rahul to give them a great start. As far as Chris Gayle is concerned, this season he's got 421 runs at a strike rate of just under 160, and it will be hoping that it will be Gale Storm at the M. Chinnaswamy Stadium if Kings 11 Punjab have to make a game out of it. 99 not out against RCB when these two sides met last time for Chris Gayle. Can he repeat that performance? I'm Karthik Sinha. With me in Cricket Lounge is Sahil Maggu. Very good evening, Sahil. It will be Tim Southee to start off proceedings for Royal Challengers Bangalore. But first of all, what a knock from AB de Villiers.
A very good evening to you, Karthikeya, and to all our listeners who have been tuned in for this game, which is a cracker of a match because 202 on the board in the first innings, and it promises to be a great run feast when Kings 11 Punjab start their innings. With that, first delivery bowled by Team Saudi, and that was deflected on the leg side for a single as Chris Gayle gets ready to take the strike.
Well, Chris Gayle, people are lining up to watch Chris Gayle, hear what he's doing. Tenzin Sungrab says, Punjab win or lose, I don't care. We want to see Gayle storm, and straight away some swing for Team Saudi, although it was around the leg stump line, so easily tucked away for a single by KL Rahul. He's off the mark, and so are Kings 11 Punjab, and Suresha supporting RCB today, and we'll have to wait and see if Kings 11 Punjab can get a good positive start in the power play so that they can lay the foundation for this run chase. He's got Universe Boss on his bat, and he's got 6 Machine also written on his bat. What else? And on his boots he's got Gale Force written. That's Chris Gayle for you, the big Jamaican. Well, can he get off to a good start? Low full toss, but a dot ball there. Lucky to get away on that occasion was Team Saudi, to be honest. Fine leg is in the 30-yard circle, so you'd want to focus on bowling on and around the off stump to Chris Gayle. Kamlesh Kumar tuning in as well. Hello Kamlesh, how are you? I'd like to remind you the target is 203.
Yes, 203 is the target, and as these two openers take their guard, it is very important from Punjab's perspective that they get most of the runs in the power play over itself. 822 now runs between these two this season for Punjab, while the others in the middle order have struggled very, very much in the sense that they haven't given the contributions that they would have expected. One of these has been throughout the innings and seen the team home, and if they want to do the same today, it has to be Chris Gayle or KL Rahul who will stay till the end.
Absolutely, one of them have to bat till the end, bat through the innings if Kings 11 Punjab have to chase down this target of 203. And Kishore Thakur says, Chris Gayle is there, anything can happen. Absolutely it can. If Gayle gets going, if you get Gayle storm in Bangalore, anything can happen. Gayle starts off, slashes one over backward point, couple of bounces and into the fence for 4. Gayle gets off the mark with a boundary, first boundary for Kings 11 Punjab as well. Nothing less you'll expect from Chris Gayle.
Yes, exactly. You won't expect anything else from Chris Gayle when he's out in the middle. Usually he takes 10 to 15 balls to settle in, but with the target that they are chasing, 200 plus, wherever he gets a freebie, he's not going to let it go. And that's exactly what he did. Pitched on a full length, outside off. He extended his arms and got a 4 over the cover area as the score moves on to 6 without the loss of any wickets in 0.3 overs. A massive change in fortune for the RCB as they have won 2 games back to back, and they defended 160 against Chennai Super Kings.
Well, at a point in time it was looking like RCB can't win to save their lives, 6 defeats on the trot, but then suddenly they've got 2 wins here, and in fact a total of 3 so far, as Tenzin Sungrab says, come on Gayle, and Prince Patel supporting Royal Challengers Bangalore. At the moment the score is 6 for no loss, as there's a wild swing and a miss from Chris Gayle, and be prepared because the mood that Chris Gayle has come out to bat in, won't be surprised there will be a lot of swings, and most of them may just go on and hit the bat and get him the boundaries that are needed. Now he works one away between backward point and short, third man collects a boundary to win that region. Preeti Zinta has a smile on his face. I love that, and that'll be the second boundary of the over. Score moves up to 10 for no loss. Gayle is on 8, and apart from the brute power and muscle, there's a deft touch that from Chris Gayle.
Yes, exactly. A deft touch from Chris Gayle there, resulting in another boundary. Second from the over and second for Kings 11 Punjab as the score moves on to 10. A big difference seen here in RCB bowling. Last time around when Dale Singh was playing, Shane Watson was got out in the first over, and then Suresh Raina was removed on the first ball itself with a brilliant Yorker, whereas 10 runs already given, and that's one played uppishly for another boundary. So third boundary in this over as the score moves on to 14 now. Very much different in terms of the bowling that they had against Chennai Super Kings as compared to now against Kings 11 Punjab.
While looking really clearly very rusty there is Tim Saudi, because he hasn't been involved in a lot of games. Another full length delivery, another one with width on offer, and Gayle this time just slices it over the cover point region and collects another 4. So 3 boundaries in that over, and with that the score has now moved up to 14 for no loss at the end of over number 1. The required run rate now 9.95, and that's been the case. Around 10 from the word go has been the required run rate, and as long as Chris Gayle is there, like many say, anything is possible. We witnessed another ABD masterclass today. Is it time for another brilliant innings from Chris Gayle to make a match of this? We'll just have to wait and watch. And Rohit Nirala is asking what's the score. Rohit, 1 over gone. It's 14 for no loss with the AB de Villiers on 12, KL Rahul on 1. The required run rate is 9.95 and the target is 203.
Well, Karthikeya, I wanted to ask you this. How important this game is for both the teams, because Kings 11 Punjab are placed 5th with 10 points while RCB are at the bottom of the table with 6 points. RCB, well, it's clear for them. They have to win all their games if they have to make it to the playoffs. But for Punjab, they need at least 3 more wins in their 5 games. And this one seems to be slipping if they don't make the power play overs count.
Absolutely. They've got 10 points of Kings 11 Punjab, same as Sunrisers Hyderabad from the same number of matches. Umesh Yadav now, as Jitendra Sharma once said during the break, Umesh Yadav went up to Kings 11 Punjab and said, "Don't worry, I'm here." And well, absolutely loved the humour there. And he starts off with a wide, does Umesh Yadav, and certainly it seems that he is there for Kings 11 Punjab. Score moves up to 15 for no loss. I think it's a very, very important game for both the teams. They both have to win, and it's obviously Kings 11 Punjab do have an option, or they have a choice of going on and getting 2 to 3 wins from the remaining matches. But RCB certainly cannot afford to lose. If they are still to remain in the hunt, it's still mathematically possible, as now KL Rahul flicks one away, gets into the Natraj mode and pulls one towards backward square leg for 4. His first boundary. The boundaries are coming thick and fast here for Kings 11 Punjab. 19 for no loss, and I absolutely love the smile on Preeti Zinta's face.
Yes, she's all smiles at the moment right now, because both the openers have struck some kind of form in the tournament, and for her point of view and for Punjab's point of view, they would want to continue till the very end. Talking about Umesh Yadav, he's just started from very left in the last game. Chennai Super Kings needed 26 in the last over, and Dhoni almost saw them through with 24 coming from the 5 deliveries. It was just the slower ball that saved him. But now again another length on the leg side that's been clipped away for another boundary towards the fine leg area. A second in 2 consecutive deliveries for KL Rahul and Kings 11 Punjab, as the score moves on to 23 without loss of any wicket in 1.2 overs. So Umesh Yadav has just started from very left in the last match.
Absolutely, he's started off very left, conceding runs away. He's only picked up 4 wickets this season in the IPL and has an economy of around 9.8 as Umesh Yadav. So that tells you how expensive and how well, I won't want to say the word useless, but he has been that for RCB so far this season, has Umesh Yadav.
Sorry, well, it's either him or Siraj, so it's a difficult call to make as to who will be in the playing 11.
I think both of them should be shipped out for RCB's sake, that's for sure. Galaxy Prime says no strike bowler for RCB today. Yes, well, they have Tim Southee, but obviously he's not started off well, and they certainly will miss Dale Steyn. Khalid Memon said that they will be missing Dale Steyn because of the simple fact that obviously Dale Steyn came in, had an instant impact, but he's out with a niggle, so they will miss him. He's there in the dugout maybe, and he's already on he's got his head buried in his forearms, sitting saying, well, I think this one's going away. The way Umesh is bowling, much better. Finally from Umesh, a rare dot ball coming in from Umesh Yadav. 23 for no loss, and Galaxy Prime says useless Yadav. Well, it is Yadav, Umesh Yadav. You might want to add useless or Umesh in front of it. That's your call. While Khalid Menon says it's still 20 runs short, the target given by RCB. Well, as long as you got Umesh Yadav and the likes in your bowling attack. Ashish Nehra at the boundary rope, barking out orders, having a word with Navdeep Saini. And I'm very surprised that, they could have dropped Umesh Yadav. Southee and Navdeep Saini could have been the faster bowlers and then get the spinners into the attack. And now, once again, a good delivery from Umesh Yadav beats the outside edge as KL Rahul went for that expansive drive. And if we talk about the most valuable players this season, there's no points for guessing. Obviously, Andre Russell is right there at the top, followed by Hardik Pandya. You got Johnny Bairstow at number 3 and Chris Gayle at number 4. It's very difficult to keep Chris Gayle out of such a list, that's for sure. Most sixes, most valuable player, the biggest 6 and all the sorts of things. Monstrous this man, and he will have to bat for a while if they have to go on and win this game. With change in field, point being pushed back towards the boundary rope. Fine leg and third man in the 30-yard circle. So square leg and point. These are 2 fielders patrolling the boundary rope. We've got Neha Singh and Shard Malik tuning in. As now, KL Rahul cuts one, but straight to backward point. Good stop there by Steiners. Dot ball to end the over. It's 2 overs gone, 23 for no loss.
Well, we were talking about Chris Gale's form and Chris Gale's batting prowess. The maximum sixes that he has hit in this tournament, or all the editions, is 323. Whereas the second best is AB de Villiers with 211. So yes, you cannot keep him out when it's records and when it's huge boundaries that are in question. At the same time, if Punjab have to go on and win this game, it's going to be very important because the highest score that they've scored, whether batting first or chasing in this tournament, has been 198 against Mumbai Indians. So 202, which is 203 that they're chasing, will be the season best performance from them if they go on to win this game.
Well, they'll have to go on and put out a season best performance because of the fact that there's a wonderful batting display, first by Parthiv Patel, then AB de Villiers, and then in the end Marcus Stoinis saved his best for the last over, 27 coming in that, and the last 5 overs RCB managed to get 80 runs, and with that they got the momentum with their side as well. But now you never know, as long as Chris Gale is out there, the universe boss. Manish Malhotra along with Yash Mishra, Neha Singh, Vaibhav Gawade and Shad Malik. A very warm welcome. We've got Khalid Mehman saying that in the middle overs it was the Ashwin brothers who'd done the job for Punjab. Yes, they did a fantastic job. In fact, Ashwin gave away just 15 runs. It's Ravichandran Ashwin, just 15 runs in his 4 overs. As now Navdeep Saini has been treated with a boundary. Comes to the bowling crease and Chris Gale says, just wait, I'll stand and deliver. Hits one over the bowler's head and collects a boundary.
Well, short length there from Navdeep Saini. That's been rocked back from Chris Gale. He went to the back foot, punched that one straight down the ground for an easy boundary. I've been impressed with Navdeep Saini with the kind of deliveries and the pace that he has generated so far in the tournament. 151.8. fastest by an Indian so far. So he's been the pick of the bowlers when you talk about RCB bowling attack. But then that kind of a length, that kind of a delivery is hit me delivery for Chris Gale.
Well, it's length delivery sat up very nicely as well, and he's asking to be hit. Chris Gale then goes for a big swing and a miss, and he now then looks at the leg umpire asking for it to be a wide or a no ball. At this venue, Chris Gale has a strike rate of 163.6. He's got more than 1,800 runs in 51 matches. And now it seems that he's got some issue with his bat. He's just signaled it to the 12th man to come out with more of his personal weapons of mass destruction, and a new bat for the universe boss there, as the 12th man very quickly runs out, hands Chris Gale his weapon, and you wouldn't want to make Chris Gale wait because the kind of mood he's come out to bat in, well, it'll be very interesting. And Khalid Menon says Ashwin plays a lot of cricket under the master of cricket, Dhoni, so he knows how to restrict the batsman. Well, I think I agree. And just the way he bowled today, you know, the release points of when he was bowling, where it is pace, where it is spin, where it is lines and length, it was excellent. And Andre Barry says Gale will make his 100 today. Well, he got 99 against RCB the last time these two sides met, and now Gale works one away towards square leg. Pick up one. Now Lokesh Rahul wanted a second. Gale said, nope, no chance. I am not someone who runs to, as Jitendra Sharma says, if Navdeep bowls the way he did in the last match, backed by Chahal, RCB can very much win this one. Well, for that, they'll have to go on and deliver as a bowling unit. Tenzin Sugrab also agrees with that. And we got Dhanveer Lama. If Gale stays until 10 over, the match will be over for Punjab.
Well, yes, certainly the match will be over in terms that Punjab will have the upper hand and RCB will be struggling. But what's troublesome for Punjab is the fact that apart from these two openers, their middle order hasn't clicked, their middle order hasn't performed. You talk about Mayank Agarwal, he's been hot and cold throughout the season. Meanwhile, that's an exceptional cover drive from KL Rahul. Vintage KL Rahul, we keep saying, because these are the kind of shots that he used to play a season before, and now he's just replicated that, which resulted in another boundary. The score moves on to 32, and coming back to the point that I was referring, that while the openers have been exceptional for Punjab, it's the middle order that hasn't been consistent enough, especially the likes of Mayank Agarwal, who has been hot and cold this season, and along with him David Miller. A big question on his performance and his position in the team. He was to be replaced in a match a couple of games ago, but Moises Henriques sprained his ankle and he was then included back in the team. So the very reason that he's in the team should be a big question, that he's getting opportunities after opportunities.
And now KL Rahul joins the party. This time hits one over extra cover. Third boundary of the over. 2 of the bat of KL Rahul. 1 for Chris Gale. The score moves up to 36 for no loss, and if you keep bowling in the slot, give the batsman width outside the off-stump. It doesn't matter if you bowl at 160 Ks or 150 Ks, you're bound to be hit, and that's exactly what's happened here. KL Rahul moves up to 17, and so is Chris Gayle there, both on 17 each. The score 36 for no loss and 13 runs of the first over of Navdeep Saini. They've got Mayank Agarwal, David Miller, Mandeep Singh and Nicholas Pooran to come in next, and then Ravichandran Ashwin and Harris Willian can bat a bit as well. So it'll be very interesting, but there'll be a lot of responsibility now on these two. 3 overs gone, 36 for no loss, exactly the kind of start that Kings 11 Punjab were hoping for, and they've got it. Sudeep K. Kusagati says RCB will win, and Khalid Miller says Miller needs some runs. He is a good hitter. Well, he certainly is. We all remember that those innings that he's played, not just for Kings 11 Punjab, but for the Proteas as well, for South Africa. But this season, it's just not been great for David Miller.
Yes, it hasn't been a good season for David Miller, but talking about these two batsmen, I see there's some personal vendetta, given that they're playing against their former franchisee. A couple of seasons ago, they were in the same red clothing playing for Bangalore, both KL Rahul and Chris Gayle, and the crowd were turning in numbers, cheering for these two. And now in the opposition, when they're there, it surely is a sight and a bit of confusion for the fans as to we were supporting these two, but now they're in the opposite camp. So what to do?
Absolutely. Now it seems like it's a Bangalore versus ex-Bangalore match going on, and Yash Mishra, that's not very nice of you, but anyway, I'll still take your name, no problem there. Go on and treat this as a dating site. That's what you can do. Full toss, and that's been hit over, long on for a 6. Chris Gayle, you beauty. If you bowl full tosses to Chris Gayle, you are asking for trouble, and Umesh Yadav, well, he certainly got what he deserved.
Well, what you say about Chris Gayle is very true. When he times the ball goes out of the ground. When it's not time, it's still a 6. There was a fielder out in the deep, and still he managed to clear that despite not being a convincing shot. So that's the power of Chris Gayle that you have to see when he is playing, he's batting. And yes, if you're giving him a full toss, it's a freebie. I think the RCB bowling attack, especially their veterans, in terms of, meanwhile, this is up in the air. This can result in the first wicket. Yes, it is. Big breakthrough for RCB and Umesh Yadav as Chris Gayle has departed for the score of 23 from 10 deliveries. Big blow for Punjab.
Absolutely, big blow for Kings 11 Punjab with Chris Gayle back in the heart, gone for 23. Once again going for another big shot. There was a length delivery and he didn't get hold of it. Caught by AB de Villiers in the deep. And once again, a very well judged catch by de Villiers. He was right at the boundary rope, did not have to move an inch. And Kohli absolutely enjoyed that. Typical animated Virat Kohli with his fist pumping, runs towards the fielder and the bowler. Umesh Yadav, despite all that we've been saying about him, delivers the wicket. And it's the big wicket of Chris Gayle. He is gone for 23. 42 for the loss of 1 wicket. And now the middle order that Sahil you were talking about, that will be tested.
Yes, it will be tested big time, because if Punjab needs to win this game, and definitely they would want to win this game, they would need major contributions from the likes of Mayank Agarwal, David Miller as well as Mandeep Singh. Chris Gayle, your major contributor, is back in the pavilion. You can depend on KL Rahul, but then he will need someone to pitch in from the other end.
Well, they certainly need KL Rahul now to bat till the end, and with that they would want batsmen to build partnerships with KL Rahul. Shiv Nepal says if RCB need to win, they need to get a wicket. They've just got that wicket. And Khalid Menon, you're asking which team will go on and make the playoffs, the top 4. I think it'll be Delhi, Chennai, and along with that, as far as the other two are concerned, Mumbai Indians are there, and there'll be a toss-up between Sunrisers Hyderabad and Kings 11 Punjab. But mathematically, KKR can also do it. Mathematically, RCB and Rajasthan Royals can also do it, but still, I think it will be Chennai, Delhi, Mumbai and Sunrisers Hyderabad. Although Sunrisers Hyderabad will see Johnny Bairstow leaving, so that will be a big blow for them. He joins up with the England squad for the World Cup, and it is Mayank Agarwal, the new man in, and he opens his account straight away with a single. He's had a decent IPL, got a 50 earlier on, did Mayank Agarwal, but what a big wicket that is for the loss of Chris Gayle. And big shot gone, says Khalid Menon. Absolutely. And Pankaj Mandal says today Virat will win the match. Shiv Nepal also supporting RCB, and he's got KL Rahul also gone. No, he's not gone, he's still there. Shiv, no problem there. While Mukesh Chinia says today Punjab will win this contest, and Galaxy Prime says big relief for RCB fans.
Well, another wide delivery there from Umesh Yadav. After taking the wicket of Chris Gayle, one would expect that his tail would be up, he would be pitching the ball in the right length, but then he's just followed up with a wide-ish delivery.
He's Umesh Yadav, Sahil. What do you expect? He's Umesh Yadav.
Well, if RCB want to make it to the top 4, they definitely need some bowling lessons from Dale Steyn, and from RCB fans' point of view, the niggles and the injuries are going to be in the heart if Dale Steyn are sitting out for the next games as well.
Well, talking about Mayank Agarwal, he's got scores of 58, 43, 55, 22 throughout this IPL. So he's been hot and cold, as you said earlier on. Today is the time for him to go on and get back into form, like we saw with Parthiv Patel. He scored a quick fire 40 odd at the top of the order. As far as the comment section is concerned, RCB should want to take Tim Southee, should not want to take Tim Southee, says Sudeep K. Kusagati. Well, they were forced to take Southee because Dale Steyn was injured just before the game, and they had
otherwise they had to play Siraj.
Absolutely. Well, so no, forget Mohammad Siraj. I think Tim Southee is a better bet any day. And now Rahul flicks one away through towards mid wicket. Gayle or no Gayle, KL Rahul continues to bat in his own manner, collects another boundary. The score moves up to 48 for 1, and Rahul moves up to 21 of just 12 deliveries.
Well, the run rate is surely up. It's 12 runs per over at the moment, and they are keeping at par with what is required. But what again is crucial is the wickets column, and with Gayle gone in the hut, it's big setback for Punjab. Beg your pardon, Punjab there. At the same time, KL Rahul, he has been consistent for the team. He has been the one who has taken the team through. Play till the end. He's been sensible. He's not just been consistent. He's been sensible enough as to how to pace his innings. So, major contributions needed from Mayank Agarwal and David Miller if Punjab wants to win this game.
Well, absolutely, and these two will have to put on a big partnership, and not just a big partnership, a quick big partnership. Dot ball there to end the overs. So 4 overs gone. It's 48 for the loss of 1 wicket. 12 runs and over the current run rate, while the required run rate is 9.69. Tenzin Sugrab says it'll be interesting how Punjab chase hereafter without Chris Gayle. Yes, it will be very, very interesting, but a lot of it will depend on the knock of KL Rahul, his partnership with Mayank Agarwal, and the form of David Miller, who's returning back. In the meantime, there's a change in the cricket lounge with Sahil taking a break. Your favourite Wali Siddiqui is back. Welcome back, Wali. And despite that start, they've got the wicket of Chris Gayle.
Absolutely. So it was looking that Chris Gayle and KL Rahul might take away the game in the initial 6 overs, but that big wicket of Chris Gayle opens up the game once again for the Royal Challengers Bangalore, because we know what he could do. And now that KL Rahul is in there, it's up to him to take the innings to the very last over, because Kings 11 Punjab have had quite a conundrum, because either of the openers have to stay until the end, because if they don't, then the middle orders seem to be in quite a trouble. And Mayank Agarwal, though he has been impressive this season and he has been able to get the start, but he plays a shot too many, and that is what costs his wicket in the IPL this season. Meanwhile, it's 48 for 1 after 4.1 over that. If you look at KL Rahul, in 11 games, he struck 420 runs so far. He's there in 4th for the most number of runs in the IPL, but David Warner is heads and shoulders above everyone. 574 runs in 10 innings.
Well, I think he's just annoyed about missing last year's IPL as Warner, so he's come here to complete the quota of 2 seasons. As now Southee's been worked away by Mayank Agarwal through towards deep square leg. A boundary there for Agarwal, his first 10th of this innings, and 50 comes up on the board. 50 up for Kings 11 Punjab, 52 for 1, and wonderful shot there. It was in line with the off and middle, just shuffles away towards the offside. Good use of the wrist there, and he flicks one away, does Mayank Agarwal. Good use of the wrist for a boundary. RCB shall see some wins in IPL. It will definitely give Kohli a positive mindset leading India into the World Cup. Well, we hope so, because that is the biggest international tournament of the year as we speak. Now another poor delivery and another boundary here for Mayank Agarwal. This time off his hips, clips it away through towards fine leg and collects a 4. Wally, the moment you've come in, runs are started to flow in again for Kings 11 Punjab. their supporters will be hoping you stay here.
Well, no worries, Kings 11 Punjab fans, I am here. But for the RCB fans, please don't spread the hate, because I'm pretty sure RCB will get back in the game as well. But Tim Southee, disappointing from his end. He's an experienced bloke from the New Zealand, one of the frontline bowlers along with Trent Bolt. And if he bowls astray, then this is what is going to happen. And let me tell you, it's RCB who are missing Dale Steyn unanimously in this match, because in the previous game, if you remember, he took 2 wickets in 2 balls, and it was 7 for 2 for the Chennai Super Kings, and that's what's put the pressure on KKR. And you need a bowler of that caliber who will be able to take up wickets, who has the ability to pick up wickets in each and every 6 balls that he bowls in an over. So Tim Southee hasn't looked like that so far.
Well, I think Tim Southee's clearly looked short of match practice. He's been sitting on the bench. Shiv Nepal says we need back-to-back wickets, but we're giving back-to-back boundaries. As now KL Rahul is certainly on song. He's on 21 of 13. Mayank Agarwal has come out all guns blazing. He's on 9 of 5. The score has moved up to 56 for the loss of 1 wicket. As now loose shot by Mayank. Southee bowls a slow one. He backs away, looks to cut it, create room, but in the end misses it. This over RCB should send Chahal. I think over number 6 is what Sudeep Kusagadi is talking about. Well, we got Kajal Prasad supporting RCB. Ajim Gamer says Kings 11 Punjab Zindabad, while future boyfriend says it seems like RCB bowlers will beat the target. Not Kings 11 Punjab batsmen, but RCB bowlers. Well done. Absolutely love it. They're from future boyfriend. Not mine, obviously, but someone's. Hopefully you get one to not say future. As now another good delivery there. Dot ball to end the over. 8 runs from that Tim Southee over. 5 overs gone. It's 56 for 1. And
it'll be the spinners once again who might be able to turn the game in favour of RCB, because if you look at the first innings of today's game, then it was Ravichandran Ashwin and Murugan Ashwin who changed the game in their favour, and they got wickets off Moeen Ali, Partha Patel, and also were able to bother Marcus Stoinis and AB de Villiers, since they were not able to get many runs. And this wicket is has tended to support a bit of spin, but Yuzvendra Chahal, and the positive thing is that Washington Sundar is also there in the list. And if you want another spinner, then Moeen Ali could also bowl some spin, and he could also successfully bag some wickets like he did against Mumbai.
Well, he certainly can, and Moeen Ali is a handful of a bowler. You all remember when India toured England, he picked up 39 odd wickets in that series, and since then he's been very, very good as far as being a spinning option is concerned. Shiv Nepal says poor bowling. Well, not just poor bowling, I think they've batted well as well. And it's a wicket which is helpful towards batsmen, more towards batsmen than towards the bowlers. So if you are a bowler, you will certainly not want to bowl on this wicket. We've got Tez Buda also tuning in, and Gerard Coutinho, who supports RCB, says Punjab losers tonight. And someone said, Sudeep, your thoughts have been relayed to Virat Kohli, and he agrees. And he straight away got Yuzvendra Chahal into the attack as he wanted. And now it's Chahal bowling the final over of the power play. Dot delivery the first up. Excellent flight there from Chahal. And he's one who's just not scared and afraid of giving the ball some flight. Now Chahal, Shiv Nepal says, yes, it is Chahal bowling over number 6. Kohli in the first slip position. Flight to delivery. And that's gone over, long gone. What a shot from KL Rahul. Made it look so simple. It wasn't that easy. Against the turn, plants it over long on for a 6.
And that's what makes it even more difficult, because it was against the spin. He bowled it towards the leg side region. It was about to turn away from him, but KL Rahul getting on top of him and lifts his other leg and smashes it for a big 6, 75 meters, and that will definitely put pressure on the wrist spinner Yuzvendra Chahal. 62 for 1 after 5.2 overs. Jitendra Sharma is saying that, what's your take on the over where we saw 2 boundaries and 4 dots, both extremes in the same over? That was of Tim Southee's over. So what do you have to say about that?
I think when your required run rate is close to 10, 8 and over, I think they should be happy, because we've seen overs with 14, 15, 16. The final over was 27 runs, so I think 8 and over is all right from here on. And now a short delivery from Chahal, cut away, this time through backward point. That will be another boundary here. And yes, Shiv Nepal says we need KL Rahul's wicket, but KL Rahul is turning the heat on here as he rocks back, cuts one away towards point. A typical Rahul shot, wonderful cricketing shot there. Kohli started to chase the shot for a couple of seconds, and then he gave up very quickly, knowing that was heading towards the fence for 4.
And it's the two Karnataka batsmen who are currently on the crease, and they will know this wicket more than anyone else. Yuzvendra Chahal being smashed for a 6 and a 4, but will there be an LBW appeal? No, there isn't. So 66 for 1. 66 for 1, and what a player KL Rahul is. If there is anyone who matches the talent and the shot selection, and is a mirror image of those shots that Virat Kohli has, and I think KL Rahul is the closest candidate. He's a beautiful batsman with beautiful array of shots. 31 of just 17 deliveries, and I think he should be the number 4 for Team India in the World Cup, ahead of Vijay Shankar.
Well, we'll just have to wait and see what Kohli thinks of that. He's been given a few chances, but not a good run like Ambati Raidu was, and now he works on a way towards widest long off for a single. 4 balls and 10 runs in this over, now make it 5 balls and 11 runs. KL Rahul today will score 85 according to Mukesh Chinia. Well, we'll just have to wait. It's 67 for 1 at the moment, the score, and well, it was 70 for 1 for Royal Challengers Bangalore at this point of time, and Lajawab Khanna also tuning in, and the final delivery worked away through to a short third man. They'll pick up a single, and at the end of the power play, 6 overs gone, it's 68 for the loss of 1 wicket. That means now the strategic timeout has been taken, so there'll be a 2.5 minute break for the players and the captains to go on and figure out their strategies. But as we take a break, we'll leave you with the information. 6 overs, 68 for 1, and now final 14 overs remaining and 135 needed by Kings 11 Punjab to win this game. Lokesh Rahul is on 32, Mayank Agarwal is on 9. We'll also take a very quick break, and we'll come back with the coverage, updates and analysis of this run chase as soon as action begins at the M. Chinnaswamy Stadium in Bangalore. You stay tuned to Cricket Lounge on Sports Flashes.
You are listening to Sports Flashes live.
Dhoni finishes off in style. A magnificent strike into the crowd. India lift the World Cup. Pulls it back. Here's Ronaldo for the hat-trick. And Cristiano Ronaldo does it again.
Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. You are tuned into Sports Flashes Radio.
And what a performance by the number 3 seed, Saina Nehwal, who tomorrow will contest a 3rd All-England semi-final.
Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. Sports Flashes. This is Sports Flashes live.
The flying Finn from Helsinki is on his last lap. Looking magnificently good for his 20th World Championship win.
Download Sports Flashes app or visit www.sportsflashes.com. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. Sports Flashes. You are listening to Sports Flashes live. Download Sports Flashes app or visit www.sportsflashes.com. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. This is Sports Flashes live. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. Sports Flashes, everything about sports. You are tuned into Sports Flashes Radio. Sports Flashes Radio. World's biggest sports radio channel. Sports Flashes, the official broadcast partner of BCCI. Sports Flashes, everything about sports.
Hello everyone and welcome back to Sports Flashes Cricket Lounge. The first strategic time out of the second innings has come to an end, and it's Navdeep Saini who resumes to bowl his over, and what a delivery it was. The first delivery, bowling to Mayank Agarwal, almost got the outside edge over there. Partha Patel did collect it safely, but he is welcomed with a really good shot on the very next delivery. A back foot punch towards the cover region, and it's a 4. It's another 4 for Mayank Agarwal. The score moves on to 72 for the loss of 1 wicket. So RCB are currently leaking the runs over here, and they need to get wickets at regular intervals because they have a really good batting lineup, especially that of KL Rahul and Mayank Agarwal. They love batting at the Chinnaswamy. They are Karnataka boys, and if they do keep batting over here, then things will start to look quite bleak for Virat Kohli and his men. It's 72 for 1 after 6.2 overs. Saini rolling in to bowl another delivery. This time it's uppercut, single taken, and now it's KL Rahul, the man in form, who will get the strike. Mohammad Shahbaz here saying that he's supporting RCB and they'll win the match. Shiv Nepal saying Saini on attack. Shiv Nepal also saying that we need a wicket. Gerald Coutinho saying that Saudi has been an utter waste. Well, some might agree to that. Shiv Nepal wanting a wicket. Otis Mahabir is here with us as well. Papu Kumar, Charanjit Ghoga and Khalid Memon saying that World Cup 2019 final, I think it will be England versus India, the most powerful batting lineup. Well, I do agree with that, and it will be a slower knockout of a contest. But if we come back to the game between RCB and Kings 11 Punjab, it says 73 for 1 after 6.3 overs. KL Rahul has just played that intentionally once again towards the third man region, and that's another boundary. So the boundary is leaking for the Kings 11, for the RCB, and things are not looking quite good, and even Virat Kohli seems disappointed. 77 for 1 after 6.4 overs.
Wonderful that, although it was off the outside edge, but slightly intentional as well. Opens the face of the bat, although not right of the middle, and collects what he wanted. A boundary there, and Navdeep Saini, although he's impressed a lot of us in this IPL, this game he's been going for a few runs. 77 for 1, while we have Saudi as a waste, according to Gerald Coutinho. Well, now a direct hit, but he was back in the crease, no problem there at all. Marcus Stoyne is a fielder. But Mohammad Shahbaz says RCB will win this game, while we have Mukesh Chinia saying Chennai will win the final of this year. We've got another comment about Delhi winning Delhi Capitals winning this IPL, and I'll quickly look for that before I lose it. It is Shiv Nepal saying DC winning the IPL title 2019. I'm a DC fan, so I'd love that for it to happen. We've got Satish Pradeshi also tuning in, and we need a wicket, says Shiv Nepal. A hardcore RCB fan tuned in, and Shahiji Kolekar also tuning in. A very, very warm welcome. What's happening is asking Gerard Coutinho. Well, what's happening is over number 7 has come to an end, and with that the score is now 77 for the loss of 1 wicket. 36 for KL Rahul, 15 for Mayank Agarwal. The required run rate still below 10, so they're doing a decent job as far as the required run rate is concerned. Our Kings and Punjab. Ghulam Abbas says RCB will win. Sangeeta Maurya supporting RCB as well. And before start of chat, Otis Mahabir is also tuned in. Very warm welcome. I'm not very sure I get your question or your comment, but still. Ria Moni says wicket please. So Ria, you along with Shiv Nepal are craving for wickets, clearly supporting Royal Challengers Bangalore in this game, and they certainly need wickets here quickly if they want to make sure that they stay in this game. Shiv, no, not cool. And Rahul Kumar also tuning in. At the moment it's 77 for 1 after 7 overs. That's 11 runs and over the current run rate, and required run rate and the required runs are 126 from the final 13 overs.
It's 126 from 78 deliveries now. The current run rate is of 11, and even though the required run rate may be well under 10, but a wicket or two and things will change quite substantially, especially if you get the wicket of KL Rahul, because if you look at the batting lineup for Kings 11 Punjab, they may have David Miller, but he is not in form at the moment. Mandeep Singh hasn't been able to stamp his authority this season as well, and Nicholas Pooran hasn't batted. So RCB and Virat Kohli will be looking to bag the big wicket of KL Rahul, and then you can just see there will be an exponential change in this grand scheme of things. It's 78 for 1 as of now, and Gerald continues is saying that I think, Karthik, this one is for you.
It's for you as well, Wally, don't worry. Thank you, Gerald. Love that comment. Thank you very much. We got Arshad Ali saying, I think he's talking about the Hindi feed where Dharmendra is there, and he's saying he works very hard. I'm sure he does. And listening before start of chit chat.
I think he was waiting.
All right, Otis Mabir, I'm really sorry to keep you waiting there as you go to a bank and they say the same, and they can't trust you with their pen while you trust them with your money. 78 for 1, 7.1 overs gone. It's Marcus Stoinis who's now introduced into
But
the
that
attack.
was really deep, I have to say that.
Well, you trust them with your money, and when you go to a bank, they can't trust you with their pen. They have all sorts of wires attached to it so that you can't steal their 2 rupee pen. Unbelievable from the banks. Single there takes the score to 79 for 1. KL Rahul at this venue has a strike rate of 144.7, so absolutely loves batting here. He's got 408 runs at this venue, and now 124 required of the final 76 deliveries. So still in the game are Kings 11 Punjab, but a wicket here or there could certainly change a lot of it.
79 for 1, 7.3 overs have been bowled. The required run rate now steadily moving up to 10, but because of the good over that is being bowled by Marcus Stoinis, 2 runs have come out of it from the 3 deliveries that have been bowled. Shiv Nepal saying that it will be Stoinis to take the next wicket. Shiv Nepal saying that 77 balls, 125 runs, saying, and Kishore Thakur saying that KL Rahul is in really good form for the Kings 11 Punjab. Well, that is the persona of KL Rahul in this season's IPL as well as in the previous season. It's his calm stature and his range of shots that makes him a treat to watch. But do not bat your eye from Mayank Agarwal as well, because it was a short delivery ball by Marcus Stoinis, goes on the back foot and just pulls it towards the square leg boundary. Another boundary. It's 83 for 1 for Kings 11 Punjab in 7.4 overs. What a shot that was.
Well, he bowled it short and Mayank Agarwal was up to it. He knew, he anticipated that, and very quickly just pulls that away through towards the deep square leg fence. And of all the boundaries, 26 have been hit from short deliveries and 82 have been hit of the good length. So you know where not to bowl, where to bowl. Yorkers only 4 boundaries, and those were edges and few guided between third man and backward point by AB de Villiers. Now clipped away towards deep square leg. They'll be looking to come back for the second, but 1 is all that they'll get. Mayank Agarwal with that moves up to 21. Kings 11 Punjab 84 for 1. And we got what makes RCB favourites of so many after poor performance. I think it's AB de Villiers and Virat Kohli's duo. It's the reason for me at least. And I think Jitendra, very right, that as long as there are Virat Kohli and AB de Villiers in one team, you will have a massive fan following for that franchise. It'll be interesting to see if Virat and AB still remain there. And we'll have to wait to see that for the next season. 7 of this over so far from Marcus Stoinis, a boundary and 3 runs in it. 84 for 1 as the final delivery comes in, and Rahul now clips it away towards the long leg. Another boundary here. Oh no! Wonderful save by Umesh Yadav, dives and saves a couple of runs for his side.
Good fielding effort there by Umesh Yadav, though he might not be having a really good outing with the ball, but he's fielded quite well over here. It's 86 for 1 after 8 overs. And KL Rahul is looking in the form of his life in this season's IPL. He is now on 39 after 20 deliveries, 7 boundaries under his belt, almost got his 8th. If it wasn't for the good effort by Umesh Yadav at square leg. Mayank Agarwal on the other end is on 21 of 15. It looked like the wicket of Chris Gayle might lead to another wicket or so for RCB, but it wasn't the case, because these two have now compiled a partnership of 44 runs in 28 deliveries. Gerald continues saying that God bless you always for the good work and passion for cricket. Well, that's what keeps us going, Gerald. Murray Naveen is here saying that Bangalore will win this game. Mohammad Moeen Ansari saying his 7th high in the comment list. Well, hi Mohammad Ansari. And it's 86 for 1. 8 overs have been bowled. 72 deliveries. 117 more runs to win for Kings 11 Punjab.
And the required run rate still well under 10. It's 9.75 runs per over. required from here on, and in modern day cricket it's easily achievable. Chahal will come in and bowl over number 9, a slip in position as Mayank works the first one away towards deep square leg, a single there, and this is sensible stuff from this pair of KL Rahul and Mayank Agarwal. They're waiting for the poor deliveries. Apart from that, they're very happy to pick up singles and doubles, rotate the strike, keep the scoreboard ticking, and the moment they get a poor delivery, they put that away. We got Bindas boy Dhanraj saying KL will score 100 and Punjab will win. While Gerard, RCB, you think RCB are in trouble? Well, a wicket or two and it could all change very, very quickly here. As now, once again, worked away with soft hands towards mid-wicket for a single. That's all they will get with Yuzvendra Chahal himself chasing the ball, chasing that shot. And the partnership now is worth 45 between KL Rahul and Mayank Agarwal. 45 of just 30 deliveries.
So now just 4 wickets needed for Yuzvendra Chahal to take 100 wickets in the Indian Premier League, and all of those 96 wickets that he has taken so far have come for RCB. So just 4 more wickets and it'll be 100 for him. He's been a loyal for the RCB, but what a shot that was. It was one of the flattest 6 that I've seen in this season's IPL by Mayank Agarwal over the long off fielder. Navdeep Saini was the fielder standing over there, and let me remind you, he is over 6 feet high, so that did take a really quite an effort from Mayank Agarwal, and that's one of his favourite shots. He does play with the spin, and the best part is that he plays it in the V, right in front of the bowler's head, and that's what makes him a really good batsman.
And with that 6, the 50 partnership comes up between the two, and now he tucks one away for a couple of runs. Wonderful running between the wickets, a bit of a misunderstanding, and Hamidullah says missing Dale Steyn. Yes, they are, and the current run rate is 11.06, and the required run rate is under 9.5, 9.48. And what a partnership this has been between KL Rahul and Mayank Agarwal, certainly keeping them in the game. As Shiv Nepal says, poor bowling lineup, that's been the trouble for RCB. And now, once again, a boundary here, this time from Mayank Agarwal, pulls one away through towards the mid-wicket region. Was the shortest delivery from Yuzvendra Chahal, and it got the treatment it deserved. Very quickly, rocks back, picks his spot and pulls it towards the cow corner between mid-wicket and long on. And despite AB de Villiers being at long on, even he couldn't cut it off. So that tells you how well it was struck, how well it was placed. And if you talk about this over, 14 runs have come in this over, 100 up for Kings 11 Punjab, as a single to end the over means the score is 101. 101 for 1 after 9 overs, so another 102 required in 11 overs.
Well, he's a busy cricketer, Mayank Agarwal. He may not look as the most intimidating or the most flaunting one, but he does know how to get the valuable boundaries. It's 101 for 1, and yes, 102 required from 66 deliveries. The time is running out for the Royal Challengers Bangalore, because if they don't take up a wicket or two, then these two will run away with the game and provide the perfect platform for David Miller and Mandeep Singh to finish off the game. MHV is asking us for the live video. Well, we couldn't do that because of the rights issue. MHV, Hamidullah, is saying, what rubbish is this? I guess this is for the Royal Challengers Bangalore.
For the bowling.
And for the bowling, and I think MD Puran has written something in
Bangla.
Bangla,
MD Puran Ghazi, I'm sorry, we don't understand Bangla, but if you can put it in English or Hindi, that'll do well. We'll read out your comment as well. This situation will be RCB. Big loss today, says Shiv Nepal. RCB bowling 270 runs. Big. I think what you mean is with RCB bowling, even 270 is chaseable, and that's from Krishna HM. I think yes, it is quite possible. While now a wicket, that's what they were waiting for. Marcus Stoinis delivers that wicket, short delivery, Mayank went for the pull, and it was caught by Yuzvendra Chahal at mid-wicket in the 30-yard circle, and that's a wicket. That's the partnership broken, and that's the wicket that they were looking for to break the partnership, although KL Rahul is still there.
Absolutely, it might now open the floodgates for the Royal Challengers Bangalore, and it is a big wicket. Mayank Agarwal, the man to walk back to the pavilion. Another good start, but fails to turn it into a really big score. 101 for 2 after 9.1 overs. Jitendra Sharma saying that the best bowler of RCB is going for 13 runs per over. Numbers are certainly not in favour of RCB. Well, that has been the problem. But Jitendra, their best bowler, is currently in the dugout. He's injured after playing 2 games, and that's Dale Steyn. Had he been in the game, then the complexion of the game would have been quite different.
Well, it could have been very, very different, but Jitendra, what a relief. Yes, man. For RCB fans, it is a relief with another wicket going down. And that's the end of Mayank Agarwal. Gone for 35 of 21 deliveries. The score 101 for 2, and it's Marcus Stoinis who's delivered that wicket. It's Marcus Stoinis who has broken that partnership, and now it will be interesting who comes out. Will it be David Miller? Will it be, Mandeep Singh? Well, I think David Miller should be the one to come out, take his time, and go on and get those big ones going. Score for Bindas Boy Dhanraj, 101 for 2 after 9.1 overs. David Miller is the man who has come out to bat. And thanks of God, Ghulam Abbas says all the RCB fans are now fairly pleased with another wicket going down. Yes, come on boy, says Shiv Nepal. And I agree with your views on saying RCB missing him badly, says Jitendra Kumar. But I think Virat Kohli is missing him a lot more than we are, Jitendra. And it will be very, very interesting. Killer Miller coming, and then a very long 6 according to Mukesh Chinia. Well, we'll just have to wait and see if Killer Miller can do it today. He's been out of sorts, out of form in this season's IPL, although he's just got 170 odd runs in the 9 innings that he has played.
And if you look at the bowling figures, then I think Washington Sundar will have a really big part to play in today's game, because he hasn't been allowed to bowl a single over yet. So it will be his spell along with Yuzvendra Chahal's remaining 2 overs which might decide the fate of the game and which favour it might go. And I think he will have a really big part to play, Washington Sundar. He's a really good spinner. He did surprise quite a few batsmen in the previous season. He was a really good bowler for the Pune Warriors India when that franchise was there. So he will have a really big part to play on this wicket, just like Ravichandran Ashwin did for Kings 11 Punjab, conceding 15 runs and taking 1 wicket in 4 overs. Meanwhile, it's 102 for 2 in the second innings. KL Rahul now moves on to 40 after 24 deliveries. David Miller is yet to come off strike in Sumana. 102 runs needed of 64 deliveries. Santosh is here with us. Shiv Pratap Divakar is liking the chit-chat between us. Rinku Arora supporting Punjab once again. And Sandeep K. Kusagari saying that yes, RCB will win by 4 runs and it will be real.
Well, we'll have to wait and see. The 2 wickets that have gone have been of Chris Gayle first, and then now Mayank Agarwal. But KL Rahul still out there on 40 of 24 deliveries as he now works on towards mid-wicket. Chance of a run out of the non-strikers end. Directed. Could have done the trick, but in the end it's not a directed from Yuzvendra Chahal. And they've stolen a single here of KL Rahul and Miller. KL Rahul is on 41 with that risky single. The score moves up to 103 for the loss of 2 wickets. And what are they doing? KL Rahul, and they really need to go on and make sure that they bat sensibly if they have to be in this game. Come on, Jamaican guy, you can do it. Chico Ray says it. We got Shashwat Sharma says Punjab will win today. And is Bangalore chance for playoff? Imran Sheikh, well, I doubt. It's very, very difficult for them.
Well, it's quite simple. If they win each and every game, then there is quite a possibility, because they still have quite a number of games. If we talk in precise, then this is their 11th game. They will have 3 more games, and if they do manage to take the 2 points over here, 7-8, they might be able to get in there. You never know. So there is still quite a possibility for RCB. The simple solution is that you have to win each and every game. 1 more loss and it's all over for them. And meanwhile, coming back to the score, it's 104 for 2, 99 now needed of 60 deliveries. And coming to YouTube, Khalid Memon saying that save wickets for the last overs play, normal cricket, don't panic. I think he's supporting Kings 11 Punjab. Shiv Nepal asking for another wicket. All the way from Jamaica, he talking. Chico Ray. Who is he talking about?
Well, he's talking about himself. Chico Ray, welcome, brother. And now Rahul, 100 run is what Ram Maurya wants. Sriram Maurya, that is. And Punjab is the Kings as Shashwat Sharma. And with that, over number 10 has now come to an end. And it's 105 for the loss of 2 wickets after 10 overs. 98 needed of the final 10. That's 9.8 runs and over from here on for Kings and Punjab. KL Rahul will be the key. Like I said, doesn't matter what the score RCB posts, Punjab will win this one, says Devin Love. And I think someone earlier also said that it will be RCB bowlers who will get the target. So clearly not much faith in Umesh Yadav and company. And Punjab in playoffs, says Shashwat Sharma. Well, they can make it. they'll have to go on and win the game. And no problem, Chico. And Santosh Mahaske is also here with us, and Rinku Arora certainly enjoying with the fall of the wickets. He's saying Punjab, balle, balle, and Rahul. RCB need Rahul's wicket, according to Shiv Nepal. I think that's obvious. While Shashwat Sharma says KL Rahul will be the man of the match, and Manvinder Singh says Rahul will score 100 today, while Hamidullah says AB is the man of the match. Well, if Rahul hits 100 and gets Punjab a win, I think he'll steal that man of the match away from AB de Villiers as well.
Absolutely, because if there's anything that will guide RCB to win over here, it will be the last. It will be the final 4 overs. The onslaught between AB de Villiers and Marcus Stoinis. That is what. But away again, Rahul goes. That's another wicket. It's Moeen Ali. Moeen Ali backing the big wicket of KL Rahul. He went down the track, went for the big shot, and he's abusing his own player over there. Virat Kohli. He plays for you, sir. But it doesn't matter.
That's Virat Kohli for you. Typical couple of words starting with B's and M's coming out of the mouth of Virat Kohli as Moeen Ali strikes. KL Rahul came down the track, just didn't get enough underneath it, and it was in the air and taken in the deep. And it was Marcus Stoinis, was it, who completed the catch. It doesn't matter because the catch was completed. And Deep Kaur, very warm welcome to the cricket lounge. He's gone for 42 of 27. Is KL Rahul, caught by Tim Southee at long off, and Moeen Ali strikes. And as someone said, it was Shiv Nepal that he said, need the wicket of KL Rahul. Well, you have the wicket of KL Rahul, and Hamidullah says, well done, Moeen Ali. And Sriram Maurya says Punjab is going to lose this game. Sriram Maurya, who's from Fatehpur, working in Saudi Arabia. He tunes in for every game. Well done. Thank you very much for the love. And Khalid Menon says, gone. Yes, he's gone, is KL Rahul, and that is a big, big wicket.
105 for 3, and now definitely it'll be RCB on top of the Kings 11 Punjab, because they've lost both their gun players, Chris Gayle, KL Rahul. Mayank Agarwal is having starts as well, and he's gone too. So now things will look quite difficult, because they need another 98 runs to win this game, and let me tell you, that's quite a lot of runs. And the good thing for Virat Kohli and co is that he has put Moeen Ali to good use, because in the earlier games we saw him being put in use against the Mumbai Indians at Wankhede, but after that match he was just given the final overs against Kolkata Knight Riders. He wasn't bowled in the last game against Chennai, and finally he's being brought on as a third spinner to bowl over here. And Washington Sundar has yet to bowl, so I think it's going to be Chahal, Moeen Ali and Washington Sundar spell, which Kings 11 Punjab have to be careful of if they need to win this game.
Well, Shaseen Chetri, come on RCB, you can do it and just get the wicket of KL Rahul. Yes, they have. And thanks a lot for the good work, says Mohammad Miraz Alam. Thank you very much. Imran Sheikh, thank you, sir. Thank you for the lovely comment. And Sriram Maurya says, love you all, brothers. You are doing a good job in the lounge. Thank you, sir. I love it while if you're enjoying this coverage. And yes, KL Rahul is gone. Ghulam Abbas ji, he is gone. And while we've got Jitendra Sharma saying it's 70-30 now in RCB's favour. Pretty good at your math, Jitendra there, but we'll have to wait and see. Santosh Mahaske, the score is 106 for 3 after 10.4 overs. Moeen Ali has struck, and now there are relatively 2 new men out there in the middle. Miller on 2 of 5, and Nicholas Pooran, who's on 1 of 1 delivery that he's faced. What an over this could prove to be from Moeen Ali, a game-changing over with the fall of that wicket from off KL Rahul, while Deep Kaur still supporting RCB. But Deep, unfortunately, your team has just lost a wicket. We got Vigneshwar Devaissigamani. Hi, sir, who's the new batsman? The new man is Nicholas Pooran. Vigneshwar, he's come out to join David Miller. Nicholas Pooran, the West Indian wicketkeeper batsman, works one away towards long off and collects a single. Miller or Mandeep on the crease. Shiv Nepal, it's David Miller along with Nicholas Pooran. No Mandeep Singh yet.
Absolutely, and 11 overs have been bowled. A good over by Moeen Ali, just the 4 runs coming off of it, 3 runs coming off of it, and taking the big wicket of KL Rahul. That can turn out to be the game-changing moment for the Royal Challengers Bangalore. 95 runs now required of 54 deliveries. It's 108 for 3. 11 overs have been bowled. It's Nicholas Pooran and David Miller who are currently batting. Ram Murray says that Rishabh Pant should have been a part of the World Cup. Manvinder Singh thinks that Kings 11 Punjab can still do it. Hamid Ullah saying that I'm a huge fan of RCB because of AB de Villiers, and you can see now the RCB fans have restored their faith after seeing the backs of Chris Gayle, Mayank Agarwal, and now KL Rahul.
Well, suddenly they've all come out of the RCB fans. Initially, when the onslaught was on, you could only hear from Kings 11 fans and we need a wicket, we need a wicket. That's all that we heard from RCB fans. But now they're out in number. Mr. Praveen Lobo also supporting RCB. We got Mohammad Miraz Alam from Islampur district in West Bengal also tuning in. A very warm welcome to all of you. Sudeep Kausagati says well done RCB. Punjab last pair dependable batsmen. Yes, last pair of dependable batsmen. That's Nicholas Pooran and David Miller according to Tenzin Sungrab. Although both of them have been struggling for form. Both of them have not gotten enough runs under their belt throughout the season. So that's a trouble. And Mr. Praveen Lobo, who has tuned in, is supporting from Israel. He's joined in. Count me in two for RCB, says Jitendra Sharma. I think, Jitendra, you'll do a better job with the ball than what RCB are doing. Very big match changing Rishabh Pant. India will miss him in the World Cup, says Ram Maurya. Well, let's forget about Rishabh Pant. He's not in the squad. So there's no point of us talking about it. Shiv Nepal says RCB will win. Well, we've got Manav Tulsidas also saying let's go RCB.
Absolutely, and it's 109 for 3 after 11.3 overs. 94 runs now needed of 51 deliveries now. And if you look at the batting lineup from number 6, it's Mandeep Singh, who does have a strike rate of 124, but like I said, hasn't been able to stamp his authority in the IPL. And then it's the skipper, Ravichandran Ashwin. So that's worrying signs for the Kings 11 Punjab, especially as they go ahead of the tournament, because they're being overly reliant on their openers of Chris Gayle and KL Rahul. They need to have a solid middle order, and for that they need their big they need David Miller to perform his skins out. And what a big blow it was. Moses Henriques was fit in one game. He was announced that he would play that game, and all of a sudden he's warming up and he gets injured, and it would have been a really good addition in the Kings 11 Punjab squad had he been there in today's game.
Absolutely. Moses Henriques is a wonderful all-rounder for the Australian side. Does a great job in the Big Bash League as well, and what a player he could have been for RCB. I think they've missed the services of Nathan Kulchanayal as well of Royal Challengers Bangalore. But overall, I think there's still a lot of faith. And Tenzin Rabjam says Kohli will do the impossible. Well, we'll have to wait and watch. In the air and drops short off the bowler. Washington Sundar could have picked up a wicket in his very first over, but still a terrific over there from the young Washington Sundar, bowling his first over this season and just gives away 2 runs, and pressure continues to pile on Kings 11 Punjab. And a wonderful over from Washington Sundar. 12 overs gone. It's 110 for the loss of 3 wickets. That required run rate now above 11.5. 11.62 to be precise.
And at one point it was the other way around.
The current run rate is now 9.17 and the required is 11.62. Not very long ago it was the other way around. But well, that's how cricket is. We got Jitendra Sharma, Sundar Stoinis and Moeen Ali. Suddenly looks like RCB have a nice bowling squad. Well, you have to obviously not include Umesh Yadav in it. And now Moeen Ali comes up to bowl a fresh over. Down the track comes Miller. Hasn't got hold of it very well. Only be a single through towards long on. And we got Shahaji Kolekar also tuning in. And Kishore Thakur says, let's go Kings, you can do it. So still some support for the Kings 11 Punjab. Moeen Ali has done a good job so far. Every time he's come up to bowl, only 2 wickets gone. RCB win easily. If 2 wickets are gone, that's what Shiv Nepal says. While a lot of you still need and want wickets from your RCB supporters, because right now 91 still needed of 46. Someone needs to go on and do an Andre Russell here for Kings 11 Punjab.
And this is what I don't get about the RCB team management and Virat Kohli, because Washington Sundar is that kind of a player who will not only provide you assistance with the ball, but he will also give you a solid batting lineup lower down the order. He has hit a few lusty blows in the past as well. And I think if he is allowed to bowl with Moin Ali and Yuzvendra Chahar instead of Pawan Negi and Mohammad Siraj, then I think that trio will turn out to be really deadly in the remaining of the games. And with Dave Steyn also coming back in the upcoming games, I think it will turn out to be even deadlier. So only Umesh Yadav will turn out to be the odd one out, and that won't be such a bad situation. I think even he might get inspired to bowl some good ones in that bowling unit. But coming back to the match, it's a 114 for 3. Another good over by Moin Ali. Hasn't been struck for a boundary so far. 1.4 overs have been bowled, 7 runs conceded so far, 1 wicket taken. And Shiv Nepal thinks that if 2 wickets go, then RCB will win this game quite easily. And it's already turning out to be pretty hard for Kings 11 Punjab. Khalid Mehman saying that partnership needed for Kings 11 Punjab. Jitendra asking what's your favourite for this game, Kartike and Sahil. Well, Kartike and Wali this time around. But what's your favourite?
I think RCB. RCB should nick this one because the simple fact that you've got David Miller struggling for form. We've got Nicholas Puran. We haven't seen a lot of him as far as with the bat is concerned. And he's not even timing the ball very well. And after that, there's not much batting left for Kings 11 Punjab.
Absolutely. And Rohit Sansia is back with us saying that suddenly both Indian right-handers are gone and 2 overseas left-handers are up against 2 off-spinners. How the game changes. Well, we've been saying that when the current run rate was above 11 and 12, we were saying that RCB have a really good total, and if they do manage to take a wicket or 2, they will be back in the game. And that is exactly what was emphasized in that celebration when Virat Kohli took the big wicket off KL Rahul. His celebrations was to ensure that they're pretty much now in the game, and they pretty much won it from now.
I just remembered Virat Kohli turning around and saying, "We're in the end game now." That's all. So the fever.
Well,
we are in the end game now for Virat. They have to win.
Have you got the tickets? It's pretty full right now.
Yeah, I know. Not yet. Paritosh has, so I'm going to steal his for Friday. Well, 13 overs gone, 116 for 3. Back to cricket. Forget about the Avengers now. 6 runs from that over. 6 singles from Moin Ali. So still continuing to bowl a great line. And now there is Washington Sundar who bowls a fresh over. Nicholas Puran drives it inside out. What a shot. 6 off the bat of Nicholas Puran. He moves up to 10. In fact, 12 of 10 deliveries. 6 number 534 of the IPL this season. And well, if you bowl it in the slot, they will hit you. And it's a batting paradise, this surface. And Washington Sundar introduction in the waiting for Washington's introduction.
Finally
Rohit,
introduced.
Yes, he's finally been introduced. Bowled a good first over. Now for a 6 is what he's been hit. And another one. Back-to-back 6s here for Nicholas Puran of the bowling of Washington Sundar, who bowled a very tight first over. But now he's been clobbered away for 2 6s.
Nicholas Puran just saying that, hang on, how could he just say that it's all about Chris Gayle and KL Rahul? I can pack a punch as well, and that is exactly what he's done. Smashing Washington Sundar for 2 6s on 2 consecutive deliveries, and he'll be backing himself for the third. Will Washington Sundar get the better of him? Yes, that's a much better delivery. Pulled his length and got the inside edge of Nicholas Puran. Didn't take a single. 75 now needed of 39 deliveries, and it's anyone's game right now. Tenzing saying that the run rate is jumping as high as possible right now.
And they need boundaries, and that's what they've done. Puran now hits another one. No, yes, another 6 here for Nicholas Puran. Hat-trick of 6s, 3 6s in a row. 134 for the loss of 3 wickets. Another maximum here. What a shot this one. And Nicholas Puran is turning it on for the Kings 11 Punjab. Not in a row though, I beg your pardon. But yeah, 6-6, not 6. And well, he's West Indian, right? Is Nicholas Puran.
Right.
He's saying all my brothers having a great IPL. Might as well, I'll join in the band with Andre Russell, Chris Gayle, Azari Joseph and the likes having a great IPL. He says, well, let me do it as well. And I'll do it for Sunil Narayan.
And quite a few people from Jamaica as well in the comment section. I think he's doing it for them as well. But
Chico Ray,
he's
doing it for you. And my brother, I'm forgetting your name. I'm supposed to have
Fowles.
I'm supposed to have a very, very sharp memory. But well, the moment it comes back to my mind, I'll take your name as well. You were here, not you. Now you're not, because there's no comments coming in from you. And Jitendra Sharma, it shall not be long before we name IPL as WIPL. Yes, it is, because of the way the West Indian players have performed by RCB, says Hamidullah. Well, there's still a lot of game and a lot of cricket left in this contest. And with that, over number 14 has now come to an end. 14 overs bowled, and it's 135 for the loss of 3 wickets. Kings 11 Punjab now 6 overs left, and 68 needed. Good over this for Punjab. 19 runs coming off it.
But I still feel that the RCB have the upper hand because they just need another wicket over here, and Mandeep Singh and Ravi Ashwin will be the next batsman to come in. So I think Virat Kohli should not be too discouraged with those sixes, because just a single top edge in the end, that will be a comfortable catch with a long off fielder. So he shouldn't be too discouraged by it. And Yuzvendra Chahal has 2 overs remaining as well. Moeen Ali has 2 overs remaining as well. Navdeep Saini has his overs remaining too. Shiv Nepal saying that now he wants Puran's wicket. Earlier he was asking for KL Rahul, now it's Puran. Jeta Ram is listening to us from Pakistan, so welcome Jeta Ram. Kandi Lavanya Rathana is supporting Punjab, and Hamidullah saying that please do something RCB. Well, they did take 2 wickets in quick succession. Let Kings 11 Punjab also have a few hits.
They've come here to play as well, you know. Let Kings 11 Punjab also have some fun. We've got Loverboy also here saying hi, and come on Chiku, says Sriram Maurya. I love Kings 11 Punjab, says Jeta Ram, who's tuning in from Pakistan. Please do something RCB, says Hamidullah. So yes, clearly an RCB fan, Hamidullah. Dale Steyn is only one good bowler in RCB according to Shiv Nepal. Well, they've got a few doing their job every now and then, but they've not been consistent. We have had good spells from Navdeep Saini as well, and it is Navdeep Saini who's been brought back into the attack. Today hasn't been his day, as he now bowls one, and that's been cracked away through towards extra cover. One bounce, almost carried all the way, but in the end it'll just be a boundary.
I think they're going to give it a look, and RCB fans are once again tensed over there. But what a shot by Nicholas Pooran, just moved away from the stumps and smashed it over the cover fielder. Will it be a 6? Will it be a boundary? I think it's one bounce. Yep, it should be a boundary, but a boundary nonetheless, and that will release some pressure. It's now 141 for 362 now needed of 34 deliveries, and he's definitely tuning up the music. But if I were Navdeep Saini, that I would have bowled a bouncer to Nicholas Pooran.
Straight up, welcome, get some sweet chin music going, but we still are waiting for the confirmation from the third umpire. Will that be given as a 4 or a 6? Well, to me, it just landed before the boundary rope, millimeters in it, but we're waiting for the confirmation. And yes, now Bruce Oxenford, after referring it with the third umpire, confirms it as a 4. So that will take the score for Nicholas Pooran up to 29. Kings 11 Punjab 139 for 3. It's not over. Navdeep Saini, can you deliver a wicket? Now he bowls short. It's in the air, but no one at mid-on. The ball trickles away towards long on for a single. Yashwardhan Sharma tuning in. Very warm welcome, Yash. And we need come on Moeen, we need some wickets, says Hamidullah. So certainly if you are a RCB fan, you would want a few wickets. And what a shot that was from Nicholas Pooran. He's just come out of nowhere in this IPL, in this match, and he started clobbering the ball all around the park. Kohli's bad luck after 202. Come on, Jeta Ram, it's still not over.
It was against KKR as well.
Yes, he may just go on and win the game. It's still not over. Excellent diving effort from Yuzvendra Chahal. He saved a couple of runs for his side. The ball's cracked away towards deep third man, puts in a dive and saves a couple of runs there. Does Yuzvendra Chahal. Wonderful fielding.
Absolutely, and Jeta Ram is here once again saying that 202 is an unlucky number for the RCB because they scored 202 against Kolkata Knight Riders, and Andre Russell demolished that target with utmost ease. Tenzing saying that the match is still open. Ram Maurya saying that Mahendra Singh Dhoni is his favourite player. Money Deep supporting the Royal Challengers Bangalore as well. Well, it's 142 for 3, and Himanshu Agarwal supporting Punjab in caps lock over here. And Navdeep Saini, he has gone for a few runs over here, 29 runs in 2.4 overs. Will he be able to come back or not? There is a lot of pressure because if you take a wicket, then the batsman will be under pressure. But Nicholas Pooran, what an innings is he playing? He's on 30 of 18 deliveries. A good delivery now by Saini. No runs taken and hit him in the pad. And if you look at the overs, Chahal has 2, Stoinis has 2, Moeen Ali also has 2, while Washington Sundar has 2. So if you were Virat Kohli, who would you bowl in the next over?
Well, if I were Virat Kohli, I'd pack my bag and go home because with the bowling, and he's just not it in the TV
Just don't
screen.
give Umesh Yadav the over.
No chance. I'm not going to give it to Umesh because he will certainly make sure if 36 are needed of the final over, he'll make sure he bowls 6 full tosses and get hits for 6. 6 is enough of slacking Umesh. He's picked up a big wicket off Chris Gayle today, but the problem for Kings 11 Punjab here is the form of David Miller. He's on 9, now on 10 of 14 deliveries, and that's just not good enough. RCB challenge accepted, says Sudeep K. Kusagati, and we've got Yelan Ling Lakshman also tuning in, saying RCB will win the match, and Yashwardhan Sharma also behind RCB 100%. So the single there to end the over. Strategic timeout has been taken. It's 15 overs gone, 143 for 3 Punjab. That means they need another 60 runs of the final 30 deliveries. Required run rate 12 per over, 30 for Nicholas Pooran and 10 for David Miller, who are out there in the middle. Time for us to take a quick break as well, have a sip of water, and we will be back as soon as action resumes at the M. Chinnaswamy Stadium in Bangalore for the final 5 overs. We will again bring you the coverage, updates and analysis of the remaining run chase, but till the meantime, you stay tuned to Cricket Lounge on Sports Flashes. We will be back in a jiffy.
You are listening to Sports Flashes Live.
Dhoni finishes off in style. A magnificent strike into the crowd. India lift the World Cup. Pulls it back. Here's Ronaldo for the hat-trick. And Cristiano Ronaldo does it again.
Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. You are tuned into Sports Flashes Radio.
And what a performance by the number 3 seed, Saina Nehwal, who tomorrow will contest a third All-England semi-final.
Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel.
Sports Flashes.
This is Sports Flashes Live.
The flying Finn from Helsinki is on his last lap. Looking magnificently good for his 20th World Championship win.
Download Sports Flashes app or visit www.sportsflashes.com. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel.
Sports Flashes.
You are listening to Sports Flashes Live. Download Sports Flashes app or visit www.sportsflashes.com. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. This is Sports Flashes Live. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. Sports Flashes, everything about sports.
Welcome to Cricket Lounge on Sports Flashes. The strategic timeout is over. 15 overs gone. 143 for the last over. 3 wickets at the moment. Welcome back to Cricket Lounge with Moeen Ali now starting off proceedings after the strategic timeout. Royal Challengers Bangalore rooted to the bottom of the table. A win there will take them above Rajasthan Royals for the first time, although they still would have played a game more. Shubman Gill will be the next best player, says Tenzing Rabjam, but the next best thing is happening here for Kings 11 Punjab as Nicholas Pooran hits another big 6, this time over, long off. Moeen Ali now has been treated with a maximum. What a shot that from Pooran. He's single-handedly turning the game away from RCB.
Well, the Royal Challengers Bangalore did prepare for the killer Miller, but it's Nicholas Pooran who's turning out to be the real killer for Royal Challengers, for the Kings 11 Punjab. So if you could come up with a name for him, please suggest an idea. Whatever rhymes with Pooran. It's a 150 for 3 after 15.4 overs. 53 now needed of 26 deliveries, and even Moeen Ali being under pressure because he bowled it wide of a crease, though it wasn't a wide delivery, but it's a full toss. Will that go for a 6? In fact, it is a big 6. So yes, the game is changing in favour of Kings 11 Punjab now. 47 needed of 25 deliveries, and they need the big wicket of Nicholas Pooran right now. Preeti Zinta is quite happy. 42. He moves on to just 21 balls. What a blinder of a knock this West Indian is playing. 156 for 3. And Jitendra Sharma saying that what is wrong with the West Indies players? Can't they play like normal human beings?
Well, they just can't, man. They just can't, and that's been clobbered, the 4 or 6. And now, almost doing the trick there, Moeen Ali. 13 runs of that over from Moeen Ali. The score is 156 for 3. And with final 4 overs remaining, we've got, the game on, that is for sure. Another 47 required of 24 deliveries. And if Kings 11 Punjab have to win, I think David Miller will do a good job to just give a strike to Nicholas Pooran every delivery that he faces, because it's Pooran who's doing the trick. And Dinesh Kumar says Pooran the best batsman. Nice commentary from Sports Flashes according to Mr. Kusagati. Thank you very much, Sudeep, for the love. And yes, Yash, happy birthday to the legend, to the greatest batsman of all time, that's what I think. That is Sachin Tendulkar. We've got Suvam Suvashish Jena. Kings will be king. And how much runs needed in how many balls is asking Shuvanshu Mishra. Shuvanshu, 24 deliveries remaining, 47 runs to get for Kings 11 Punjab to go on and win this match. Today match will be decided by our Karnataka Ratna Dr. Rajkumar. I think it is Anna Rajkumar birthday as well. Oh right, that's what Yelaling Lakshmana said. It's Rajkumar's birthday, so please don't disappoint him and win it for him, RCB, please. And David Miller edges one and through the vacant slip, Gordon for 4. Well, it doesn't matter how they come for David Miller, hook or by crook. I'm delighted to see that smile on Preeti Zinta's face. Absolutely love her. Tim Southee's first delivery has been edged away through towards a boundary.
Well, everyone apart from RCB fans will be quite displeased with the way that she's smiling right now, because apart from this game, they will be quite happy with that. But right now, it is David Miller and Nicholas Pooran doing the same damage which AB de Villiers and Marcus Stoinis did. And yes, Gerald Coutinho, we would look to do that in the future as well. But a pole shot this time by David Miller, and that would be another boundary. So Tim Southee, the most experienced bowler of the Royal Challengers Bangalore, turning out to be an expensive customer today. 39 now needed of 22 deliveries, and now it's looking like a cakewalk if RCB don't manage to take 2 big wickets of Miller and Pooran.
Once again, shortest delivery, you can't bowl there to David Miller. Pulls one away, and we've got Dilu Mohammed tuning in from Harare. And been a few days since he's clocked in, yes. And welcome back, Mr. Mohammed. And I've been informed that you are a Liverpool fan. Are you? Well,
you'll be supporting Manchester United.
You'll be supporting United today, that's for sure. With the Manchester derby not very far away. It, in fact, starts off in just over an hour. And the Indian West Indian Premier League, all players performing from West Indies, says Sriram Maurya. Miller turns killer, overing to Suvam Suvashish Jena. And RCB is like Liverpool of Premier League. Comes close, but loses at the end, says Tenzin Rap Jam. Absolutely love it. Absolutely love that, Tenzin. I'm a Man United fan, so anything against, Liverpool, I'm very happy with. But Dilu Mohammed says, yes, I'm wearing red tonight. You are supporting Manchester United, because if United beat City, then Liverpool win the title. And this is a very, very difficult situation for us, because we as United fans want to beat Man City, but if we beat Man City, then Liverpool have a better chance of winning the league, and that is something I just can't digest. With Liverpool winning the league, so it's going to be very difficult. I think I'm just not going to watch the game tonight and go home and what Gerald Coutinho you mentioned, for us to have a couple of sips. I'll do that and then just go off to sleep and leave it up to God what happens.
And as of now, coming back to cricket, it's a 166 for 3. It's 16.5 overs have been bowled. Tim Southee has been gone for 32 runs in 2.5 overs. Nicholas Pooran has scored 43 of 23 deliveries, and even David Miller is now getting into the act. He's on 20 of 20, and the next over will be quite crucial. But for that, Tim Southee will have to end it on a positive note, and a dot delivery will be like gold dust for Virat Kohli and his team. 166 for 3. Naab Karim is back, and he's saying what an innings hope IPL has unearthed another diamond in the form of Pooran. Well, I think the IPL has done that once more.
Yes, they have, and we got Aisha, that's Dilu Mohammed's niece, tuning in as well. Hello Aisha, very warm welcome. How are you? I hope you're doing good. How's the weather down in New Zealand? And with that, it's over number 17 also coming to an end. And with the final 3 overs remaining in this run chase, Kings 11 Punjab, well, they have gone on to make a game out of this, thanks to KL Rahul initially, and now Nicholas Pooran, single of the final delivery to end the over. That means 36 required of the final 3 overs. 12 and over, still very doable if Nicholas Puran has his way, with the 167 for 3. The score at the moment for Kings 11 Punjab. Come in, boy, last win this game fast for Kings 11 Punjab. Andre Barry certainly wants Kings 11 Punjab. We got something I don't understand the language.
It means, I think it's a RCB slogan, Isala Cup Namde. I think it's something like this. This year we will win the cup, or it might be the opposite of that, but it's something related to that.
All right, that's a comment from Yelaling Lakshman, and Miller is what Suvam Suvesh says. Now it will be Umesh Yadav, I think, or it's Navdeep Saini. Umesh Yadav it is starting over number 18. And Manish RL says anything can happen in this game. This match is 50-50 according to Ram Moria. And Ashwin Tiwari says Punjab will win. This one's a walk in the park for Kings 11 Punjab. Well, with the 36 to get from the final 3, you'd expect in modern day cricket to go on and win it.
And if you look at this over, this is the third over for Umesh Yadav. He's conceded 22 runs, so impressive by him so far. But a good delivery to Nicholas Puran. Was a slower length delivery, just short of Virat Kohli, who was standing at long off, and that could have been a big blow. If you talk about the bowling figures, 2.1 overs bowled by Umesh Yadav, 22 runs have been conceded. Navdeep Saini has another over remaining. Marcus Stoinis has 2 overs remaining. Washington Sundar, Moeen Ali also have overs remaining, but I don't think that they would be bowling to Nicholas Puran given the way that he bats against a spin. So it's going to be Umesh Yadav, Navdeep Saini and Marcus Stoinis. A toss-up between these 3 pacers. 169 for the loss of 3 wickets after 17.2 overs. Rohit Sansia is here saying that he's scared for tomorrow's exam. But for RCB, he's not scared for tomorrow's game, but he is wanting RCB to get the wickets because it's getting out of hands right now. Sanchi Pawar is here with us as well, and Manish Aryal is asking for another 6, so she's wanting Kings 11 Punjab to finish the game. Akansha Krishna wanting Nicholas Puran's wicket, and both part.
Well, thank you so much, Ashwin. Thank you for calling us dumb. No problem at all. I'll take that with some salt. And Dinesh Kumar says we need a wicket. Certainly you do if you are RCB fan. 44 for Puran of just 24 deliveries. And that's in the air. Well. Will there be someone getting underneath it? Marcus Stoinis. And he's dropped it. Would you believe it? Marcus Stoinis has dropped it. Has he dropped the game with that? It's 171 for 3. Puran moves up to 45. Now 32 needed of 14 deliveries. Virat Kohli just cannot take it.
Well, to all the people listening to us on YouTube, the IPL has been cursed. They've been dropping dollies. I do not know what is wrong, and it's this time an Australian who usually bags 9 times out of 10. It's Marcus Stoinis, who wasn't even catching it in the reverse cup manner, was in a traditional manner, that is to be taken a catch by them. But what is wrong with the fielders nowadays? Well, this will cost them the game, I feel now. It's 171 for 3. 32 now needed of 14 deliveries, but you could see that's a wide and Umesh is under pressure. That would have been Nicholas Puran's wicket.
And that could have been possibly a big wicket. Another wide now here, bowled by Umesh Yadav. And I wish Miller played this well for the Proteas, says Dillu Mohammad. Well, I think he's done it every now and then, but not on a regular basis, and he still hasn't done it on a regular basis for Kings 11 Punjab. 172 for 3 after 17.4 overs. For all those who are asking the score, Punjab need to attack now before it's too late, says Tenzing Sungrab. But I think they've been attacking a lot. This time they will get a single. Tamzid, the gaming, is asking how many overs left. We got 2.1 overs left. That's 13 deliveries remaining in this contest. And with that 13 deliveries remaining, 30 runs required by Kings 11 Punjab to win this contest. And the big news, the breaking news coming in is that Andre Russell has been picked up for the West Indian World Cup squad. But I think Karen Pollard misses out. He has not been included. We'll talk about that later on as the next delivery again wide. But has that been given as a wide by Samshuddin? No, it hasn't. So dot ball to end the over. 18 gone. It's 173 for 3. 2 overs remaining. 30 to get here for Kings 11 Punjab to win this match. And Andre Russell, the kind of form he's been for Kolkata Knight Riders, I'm not surprised that he has been picked up by the West Indian side for the World Cup. Now quickly, getting back to the score, 173 for the loss of 3 wickets after 18 overs. 30 needed of the final 2 overs, that's 15 and over. A good partnership this of 68. of 47 deliveries, but now it's all up to Puran and David Miller who to go on and deliver the goods. While quickly we'll tell you the squad for West Indies that they've announced for the 2019 World Cup. Jason Holder will be the skipper. They've got Andre Russell, Ashley Nurse, Carlos Brathwaite, Chris Gale is back, Darren Bravo, Evan Lewis, Fabian Allen, Kemar Roach, Nicholas Puran, O'Shane Thomas, Shai Hope, Shannon Gabriel, Sheldon Cottrell and Shimron Hitmaya. So that's the squad for West Indies for the upcoming World Cup in England. But now back to this cracker of a contest between Bangalore and Punjab going on at the M. Chinnaswamy Stadium. And well, we have got two men out there in the middle, David Miller and Nicholas Puran. It's Miller who will be on strike, and it's Navdeep Saini who will bowl over number 19. Could prove to be a very important over this as Miller goes big, it's in the air, and what a catch by AB de Villiers. That's AB, I think. Yes, it is. Made it look so simple, diving forward, and a big wicket here for Kings 11 Punjab. It's gone. It's David Miller gone for 24.
Though they might have not dismissed Nicholas Puran, they have got David Miller out, and he is also a danger man for RCB. A big wicket for the Royal Challengers Bangalore, and what a catch taken by AB de Villiers. Is there anything that this man can't do? It was a low catch and he made it simple. He made it look simple, while people are making simple catches look difficult. It's AB de Villiers who makes it look like a normal everyday business for him. What a catch. 173 for the loss of 4 wickets. David Miller gets dismissed for 24. But Karthik, I think we have to talk about Umesh Yadav. He just conceded 7 runs in his previous over and almost got the big wicket of Nicholas Puran. He's bowled quite well today.
Well, today he has done a decent job, going at only 9 and over. Only is what I say. And Sachi, I'm a KKR fan. So tomorrow you support the Kolkata Knight Riders, says Tenzing. And East to West, RCB is the best, says Ghulam Abbas. Sachi Banwal is loving the chit chat. Thank you. And love you, AB, says Hamidullah. Everyone does that. And Urda Punjab by chance fall. Love it, says Subham Subhashish Jena. Still possible, says Khalid Menon. Come on. Well, RCB and Kings 11 Punjab, it's still possible. I think all 3 results are still possible. Win for both sides and a super over. I dread for a super over. That'll just extend our night. But it's 13 needed from 11 deliveries. Mandeep Singh is the new man who's come out. As always, I say, it's lovely to see Preeti Zinta smile. Absolutely love a smile.
Absolutely, it's a 173 for 4, but she is smiling at the moment because Nicholas Puran is still in there. The moment his wicket falls off, and it will be the contrary of that. But what a catch that was by David Miller. But once again, how crucial will that drop catch prove to be for the Royal Challengers Bangalore? Nicholas Puran could have been dismissed in the previous over. In Umesh Yadav's bowling, it was Marcus Stoinis who was under the ball, standing at a long off, but we'll just have to move on. A good delivery ball by Navdeep Saini, a Yorker length delivery. Mandeep Singh is the new batsman who went for the paddle sweep, couldn't connect, and it went straight back to the wicketkeeper. The pressure is now mounting on Kings 11 Punjab as they need 30 of 10 deliveries. 173 for 4 is the score, and it's now up to Nicholas Puran to finish off the game for the visitors.
Well, we got Rohit Sannyasi who says, come on challengers, let's get a wicket. And then he says, get in lads, 6 more. Well, do you need 6 more wickets or do you want a 6? Saini into the attack, and de Villiers holds out to a fellow Protean, ABD. That's how it happened. And can RCB reach the playoffs is what Sanchi is asking. Mathematically they can. They'll want to have other results go their way as well, but still a very slim chances. Now a single there for Mandeep as he pulls one down towards long on, and even before Virat Kohli from long on could come, AB de Villiers from long off came in and collected that ball. Sansia, I'm so sorry Rohit, I'm so sorry, Sansia, not Sannyasi. I apologize, I put my hands up. And we've got Wahida of Bailey Close, who loves Kings 11 Punjab. I think Bailey Close is possibly a street that you or Wahida lives at. Dilu Mohammed, tell me if I'm correct or incorrect. 174 for 4, 29 needed of 9, and just the way Kings 11 Punjab, just the way RCB bowlers have performed, Virat Kohli is still looking very tensed. And now slashes on over backward point, but straight to sweeper cover. Only a single there for Nicholas Puran.
And that's what the RCB bowlers have to do. Navdeep Saini did a wonderful job there, banging in shot. Nicholas Pooran always looks for room outside the off stump, and once he moves his leg away, you just follow the batsman with that short delivery. You will put him on a spot of bother, and that's what Umesh Yadav might have to do in the final over. Will it be deja vu for Umesh Yadav, or will he be able to win the game for us? Though it was Partha Patel from behind the stump, but it was his over which won the game after a tense contest against Chennai Super Kings. But will he be able to win the game for RCB with conviction? That is the real question. As of now, it's going good so far for the Royal Challengers Bangalore. Another single taken, and the singles are not going to do any harm for them. 27 now needed of 7 deliveries, and this ball is going to be really crucial. If a boundary is restricted in this over, then I fancy RCB as the favourites to win this game.
Well, absolutely, but you never know who will bowl the final over. I think if it's Umesh, it's still doable. More must situation in this match is Raju Chaurasia, and how did that miss? Come on, Saini. 4 more great balls. Well, I think he's bowled 4. He's bowled 5 great balls in this over. He just needs to make sure that he bowls another good one to Nicholas Pooran. Pooran goes big. It's in the air. Well, there's a fielder trying to get underneath it. Will he catch it? This time, AB de Villiers doesn't drop many. He's taken another one. Kohli smiling, high fives, and that's the end of Nicholas Pooran and possibly the end of the road for Kings 11 Punjab.
Now that one was a really difficult catch because it went quite at a vertical rate what a catch that was by AB de Villiers. If there was anyone who could have taken that catch, I think it was AB de Villiers, with the kind of form he has had with the bat and with the kind of rhythm he has shown in the field. Brilliant catching technique shown by AB de Villiers, setting an example once again in the field. And is there anything this man can't do? I repeat, Virat Kohli having a laugh as well, and now I think he will breathe a sigh of relief. But a brilliant over by the young Navdeep Saini, once again taking a big wicket. And like I said, no more smiles from Preetha Zinda's end. Now 2 wickets for just 33 runs by Navdeep Saini. Brilliant spell of fast bowling, 176 for 5, and now 27 runs are required for Kings 11 Punjab to seal the game.
Mohammad Moin Ansari just tuned in as well. So final over now remaining. 19 overs bowled. It's 176 for 5. 27 needed of the final over, with now Ravichandran Ashwin coming out to join Mandeep Singh. And very cheekily there, Sachi Pawar says, doesn't matter who wins, I'm a CSK supporter. So that's good. And Sachi, I believe you're not just more than a CSK supporter, you're a Mahendra Singh Dhoni supporter. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Exactly, and Jitendra Sharma saying that it was Navdeep who brought back RCB in the previous game while he was bowling to MS Dhoni. I remember that game, and he has done it once again. While Jitendra, we might get to see him in the Indian kit quite soon. I think he might be the next big thing for Team India when it comes to fast bowling. Consistently bowls at a pace of 150. He was being clobbered in the initial matches, but he's a really quick learner. But what are we seeing over here?
Umesh Yadav, you beauty! Hit for a 6 with the first ball.
And is it going to be deja vu, like I said? And it most probably might turn out to be that, because Ravichandran Ashwin just smashes at the 6 by going onto the back foot on the very first delivery, over long on, and I'm sure it will be Umesh Yadav who will be under heaps of pressure, because he remembers what happened in the last game. He knows the beating he took from MS Dhoni, and he would look to win RCB the game. Very thoughtful of Virat Kohli to give him the final over once again. Will he be able to win the game for RCB? Let's just see. Jitendra Sharma saying, oh God, this man Umesh. Well, I'm sure quite a few RCB fans actually relate to you, Jitendra, including Saurav Yadavanshi, who said that he'll never support RCB if Umesh Yadav will play in the next game, and he has.
Well, what can you do about Umesh Yadav as he bowls the next one? Ashwin again goes big. I don't think he's got hold of it. This time taken. Virat Kohli completes the catch and now says, yeah, what are you doing? What, you thought you could clear that again? And as the same guy, we used to play in the same team not very long ago, and a few typical Virat Kohli words coming out, and that's the end. That is the end of Ravichandran Ashwin's innings, and possibly the end of the road for Kings 11 Punjab. They need 21 of 4 now. I love that reaction from Virat Kohli.
What is it with everyone having a tussle with Ravichandran Ashwin? Why are they forgetting that he plays for, even if he's not in the one-day team, he does play the test team, and he's one of your go-to bowlers. Shikhar Dhawan was the earlier candidate who did have a verbal jibe with him, though it was in good well, you can say it was a good spirit. Then it was Virat Kohli. It's hard to understand. Ever since that man-killing incident has taken place, the world is looking differently at Ravichandran Ashwin. But if you look at this game, Well, there's only one way to look at this game. I think RCB are the current favourites of the game, but a good catch taken by Virat Kohli at long on.
Wonderful, very well judged catch there, and love the reaction there from Virat Kohli. Couple of B's and couple of M's coming out of his word in Hindi. Well done, excellent catch there. And guys, thank you so much. I know my memory is great. Every now and then I do pull out a rabbit out of the hat. Tenzin and Zachi, thank you very much. Now 21 needed of 4. Let's get back to cricket. It's a Villian on the strike, and that's a wicket. Yes, it is. Umesh Yadav, would you believe it, has picked up another wicket?
What a wicket that for Umesh Yadav, and he could have got 4 wickets today had Marcus Stoinis taken the catch of Nicholas Pooran. And you can say quite a few people in our office premises are also shocked with the way Umesh Yadav has been bowling today. It's an impressive bowling effort by him, but you have to praise Partha Patel for that catch as well. Brilliantly taken, and now it's just the mere formalities that have to be completed by RCB, because even if they smash 3 sixes from here, Kings 11 Punjab, they will lose the game, because it's 21 now needed in the 3 deliveries that are to be bowled, and RCB on the verge of winning the 3rd game on the trot. Sanchi Pawar saying that, sir, how to spell your name? Karthike, well, I guess even I do not know how to spell the name. It's like Karthikey.
There's no H. No H.
Alright, so it's Kartike.
Key.
Key, okay.
Right.
Karthike.
That's me. What did he do as Kohli gets everyone in the M. Chinnaswamy Stadium behind him? Wonderful to see Virat Kohli in that. His typical Virat Kohli manner. You know, he's jumping with joy. And sir, are you all from the Hindi box of Sports Flashes? Rohit, Sansia, yes, we did Hindi. Before that, we covered the Australia tour and everything from that box. I was doing English and Hindi both. Off late, a lot of Hindi, but now back to English box is where I am. Congratulations to Kohli to change his luck, and on a hat-trick now was Umesh Yadav. Would have just walked out had he completed that hat-trick. Normal service resumes, no hat-trick.
No hat-trick, and it would have been one of the hat-tricks of the season if he had taken it. And Sam Curran has done that before, but really glad for Umesh Yadav. He did take quite a criticism in the previous game, and you also have to praise Virat Kohli as well for backing his bowler nonetheless. Good catch taken by Partha Patel in the previous delivery, and the next delivery was another dot ball. It was Murugan Ashwin who was facing the strike, and this will be their 3rd win in succession. Will RCB able to do that once again? And that might be another catch for Virat Kohli. Oh, he's dropped it. What is wrong? The curse of the IPL continues, and Umesh Yadav could have got 5 wickets had the people held on to their catches.
AB de Villiers is now laughing, saying, Virat, you had a cheeky moment. Now hide your face somewhere. And Rohit Sansia says, Dinda Academy.
What's that?
Well, I think that's where the RCB bowlers are coming from. The Dinda Academy. And Jai Ho, the Kannadigas love you, RCB. Yes, that's what the RCB fans are saying. They are very happy finally with a few wins coming in. And congratulations to all RCB fans, says Hamidullah. Ghulam Abbas says, thank you, sir. God bless and good night. Good night as well. While we still have, the Shiv Nepal, absolutely love it. You know, his equation was 3 deliveries remaining, 20 to get, 3 sixes, RCB win by 2 runs.
But it's over. RCB have won by 17 runs, and it's not 2 runs, it's just 17 runs. Brilliant over bowled by Umesh Yadav and Navdeep Saini. The last 2 overs with the bat as well as with the ball have sealed the game for the Royal Challengers Bangalore, and for the very first time they have functioned as a unit, which is good to see.
Well, it's absolutely amazing to see. All RCB fans are there. There's a review of a run out. I think he's made it though. Yes, he has. So they win by 17 runs to Royal Challengers Bangalore. Once again, excellent stuff, says Jitendra Sharma. Thank you, Jitendra. Sudeep says good night. Guys, thank you so much for once again tuning in. Royal Challengers Bangalore have defeated Kings 11 Punjab by 17 runs. And it was the brilliance of AB de Villiers with the bat doing the trick, and Umesh Yadav picking up 3 wickets for RCB. Good effort by KL Rahul and Nicholas Pooran, but in the end wasn't enough. 40s for Nicholas Pooran and KL Rahul, 35 for Mayank Agarwal. But it's RCB that have come out on top, winning by 17 runs. Well, it's time for us to sign off for today. I'm Karthik Sinha along with Wally Siddiqui asking for your leave, and we will be back tomorrow for that game between Kolkata Knight Riders and Rajasthan Royals, and that will be live from 7:50. Do remember to tune in tomorrow, but for tonight, that's all that we have. Thank you so much tuning in, guys. Thank you everybody for the love, and come back tomorrow at 7:50 p.m. for KKR versus Rajasthan Royals. But tonight I'll leave you with the news that it's Royal Challengers Bangalore who won by 17 runs. Good night, goodbye, and take care, everyone.
You are tuned into Sports Flashes Radio.
And what a performance by the number 3 seed, Saina Nehwal, who